Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Arcane Core Blackout. Before we get started, I would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor for this episode, 𝚕𝚊𝚜 Productions. They publish Monster of the Week, the game you're enjoying right now, as well as such critically acclaimed hits as Blades in the Dark, Fate, and Thirsty Sword Lesbians. They've got 2 new supplements out now for a Monster of the Week. Tome of Mysteries adds new paranormal moves and playbooks for hunters to try. And the Codex of Worlds takes your mysteries beyond the modern day and gives your party new team moves to try. Look for them at your friendly local game store or on the web at 𝚘𝚊𝚛𝚎.com. And now, without further ado, let us continue. Hello, and welcome to Other Cider Studios, everybody. I am your keeper for this evening, Ambrose, 𝚘𝚘𝚠, and tonight we will continue with the penultimate Arcane Core Blackout episode, 8, Parasite Eve. This series is using Monster of the Week, a Powered by the Apocalypse system by 𝚘𝚊𝚛𝚎 Productions. Now, let's go to our cast, starting with Calamity.
Well, hello, I'm Calamity, pronouns she, they, and I will be playing Cameron, whose pronouns are also she, they, who is the star.
The star. And we have Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris, pronouns she, they, and I'm playing Cassandra or Cordelia Bennett, pronouns she, her. Parasite Eve?
Oh, yeah, that sounds ominous as shit, doesn't
I
it?
I'm a little worried.
It's okay. It's totally fine. And Jazz.
Doesn't sound fine. Hi, I'm Jazz. Pronouns are, you guessed it, she, they. Hey.
Yeah.
And I'm playing Mo Jackson, the professional. Her pronouns are she, her.
Sweet.
Please pray for us.
It's all good. Like, I don't know why y'all are terrified. Like, it's not like the title is extremely ominous and devastating in any way. It's fine. So before we dive into this episode, we're gonna do a recap. Last session, we had essentially started with right after the big blow up between Ezra and Mo. Everyone had separated, and we kind of followed everyone leaving one at a time in terms of groups. We started with Mo and Willow leaving, and then they decided to take the drive to go to the Nightingale. Unbeknownst to them, apparently Cameron, or Cameron's persona, was putting on a performance there. No one knows that yet. It's totally fine, and I love that for y'all. What happened in the car ride, Mo? Do you remember? A couple of things.
Oh, a bunch of things happened. Mostly Mo had some processing where she realized, that was maybe a little messed up. And Willow was like, hey, dude, what's going on? Yeah. Mo kind of came to the conclusion that she's not actually mad at Ezra. She's more mad at herself for failing him where she said that she would never do that again, losing the people that she cared about. You know, it's gonna be frustrating sometimes when you're dealing with adults, even though you feel like they're your kids. They can make their own decisions. She's just gonna have to accept that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
And you talked with Willow, who pointed out, like, hey, also, like, Damien, what about that? What about coffee?
It's damn good coffee.
It's damn good coffee. So,
listen, when you grow up with little to no affection from, parents who do not love each other, and you fall in love with your childhood sweetheart, I know, who then dies, and you haven't dated since then. She doesn't have a map for this. So she approaches this man who is very handsome and very sweet and wants to take care of her when she has lived her entire life taking care of herself and other people. She's just a bit confused and scared. She doesn't know how to let that down. But then Willow was like, okay, I'm calling in my favor for the mac and cheese grating. Yeah. And apparently now Willow wants a confession, like a real one.
Everything
So
that you told Willow,
we'll see if that
Willow
actually
wants you
happens.
to tell to Damien. That is
Yeah, and then Willow just
exchange.
rattled. I was like, I can't remember that. And Willow was like, oh, I can tell you verbatim, and then just started telling her verbatim what she said, and that was quite terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to how Fae operate in this universe. They're like, yeah, I remember
Spooky.
everything you say
Very
from the
spooky.
beginning to the end. Cool. You
I remember nothing.
right. You finish driving, and then you park outside. Well, you park actually like a few blocks away, and then walk to like Nightingale because parking can be kind of.
It's like storming.
It's storming. It might be hard to find parking at this time, and it's like around the time of like people going home and settling in. So like it takes a bit for you to try and packing, and you're walking. Then we transition over to Cordelia, who is traveling with Ezra and Damien. Ezra pulls you aside and says, you know, like, kind of wants to talk to you about what happened with I think his mom, like, as well, like, in terms of, like, trying to get his mom's name. Was there something else he pulled you aside for? I feel like there might have been something else.
Essentially just saying, like, no tricks, not with me. Like, I know that that's something that you've been used to before, and just not between us. Specifically in terms of trying to get his mother's name out of him, which he will never tell anyone, for reasons that we'll see if Cordelia is like, yes, I respect that.
It's also valid and fair. Will I respect that, or will I get to the bottom of it? Those are both very valid options for Cordelia. And you both get into the car. Damien is awkward dad about it because wants to make sure that you're both okay while driving towards the Nightingale. But there's some stuff afoot as y'all are driving. Illusion magic is used to reroute you into a dark, creepy alley between buildings. And what happens, Myers?
It looks too dark. I tell him to floor it. He's like, this is an alley, I'm not gonna floor it. I'm like, no, there's fucking magic, you should floor it. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna speed up a little bit. And then something just like slinks out of the shadows and tries to say hi. I try to be all big scary ghost lady about it. That doesn't work. The shadow laughs at me, I think. And then we eventually just, I believe, Ezra like shadow grappled like little tendrils and yoinked it up out of our way. And then I was like, that seemed important. Ezra's like, no, that seemed terrifying. I was like, no, I'm gonna go say hi. Ezra's like, what does that mean? And I said, I love you. And then I dropped out of my body.
Just casual astral projection, no biggie.
Yeah. As a treat. Turns out the thing that seemed cool and totally not terrifying was the doll maker. And so I just casually, without my body or boyfriend or anyone else, just on my own, tried to get some information out of him. And we talked for a little bit, but essentially he just really gave me that Ezra was the perfect subject. And he said that he needs him, and I said, you and me both, bud.
And you broke me.
And then
completely broke me.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Doll maker wouldn't say that. Ambrose did. So yeah.
Yes. I tried to get a villain speech out of him, and he was like, this isn't a fucking cartoon. And I was like, but it could be. And then I got yoinked back into my body.
Yes, that was priceless. Awesome. You also kind of find out, because you've never astral projected until that moment, that the tendrils that attached you, that like sewed you into your body before the dawn root, that they are still active. They're still there, and the doll maker threatened to cut them next time you try to do that shit again. essentially. Like, hey.
Yeah.
And then you flipped them off when you got yoinked into your body.
I
That
was
was
trying
great.
to send back to my body.
And y'all peel away. Damien essentially, I think, was able to find a parking spot a little closer, but like in the opposite direction kind of situation. And y'all trek through the rain to the Nightingale as well. You meet out up front and you kind of divulge everything that happened. With the doll maker, y'all shuffle into the Nightingale, the top level, because there's, I think Cameron is in the bottom level, with like just bouncing, doing the music, and like just that energy, right? They are meeting up, kind of. Y'all met up, kind of divulged everything that happened. There's some tension between Ezra and Mo, but it's hey, we're definitely going to talk about this, and it's a little bit calmer at the very least because there's other things happening. And y'all split off. I don't remember if anything was divulged that was like pressing, but I think like literally that everything that just happened, it's just bought up. Cordelia and Ezra decide to go down into the concert. Yes. What's up?
I was just gonna say, I think I forgot to mention that I had called or I tried to call Theo.
You did call. You tried to call
in the
yes.
car.
You tried to call Theo. It did not
Yes.
get picked up or answered. The second time you called, it went straight to voicemail. And then you call. I forgot. You did call.
I called Aurora.
Aurora, who is like, yeah, he's right here in front of me, and you're like, why are you hanging out with Theo?
I know, and then I had a weird moment where I was like, what?
And then you realize that
great.
both you and Aurora have something in common: your disdain, affectionately, for Theo. In terms of like, yeah, he's my friend. He's a dick sometimes, but like, like that's my bestie. And you're like, I totally understand that, and you're like, yeah, like he just does whatever he wants, and you'll have like a back and forth. And then you do talk to Theo, who sounds like he's recovering, a little bit in pain. But essentially you tell them that, I got into an argument with Ezra, and we'll figure it out, don't worry. And then Theo becomes very sassy with you just because, like, he's like, yeah, like, Ezra gets, oh, really? Did you just find that out? You're like, you know what, disdainful, and then you hang up on him.
Okay, yeah, we were having a moment, and then he just came out with that, and it's just like, wow, okay, well, any sympathy that I had for you for getting hurt is gone now.
Theo is a sassy bitch, everybody. So from there, so that's happened in your first scene. You get there, Ezra and Cordelia, you head towards going downstairs. And then Mo and Damien have a very heartwarming moment where everything that had been said to Willow, you made good on your promise, and you said everything that you said in earnest to Damien, and Damien said everything in earnest to you as well about essentially, obviously still wanting to continue the relationship, that he's there for you, and that he understands, just don't cut him out. And it was beautiful and heartwarming, and of course Willow was there to witness it, with their extremely red Shirley Temple with several cherries like overflowing off the top. So wonderful. And Willow is very proud of you, but also it was filled with alcohol because she needed that. I'm trying to remember with Cordelia and Ezra, as you're walking to, Jack, Mixed Jack calls you, and texts you to say like, hey, kind of helps you to find and piece things together. Did you want to talk towards that at all? You didn't find anything important, right?
They texted me to be like, hey, you need to get out of the core, and I was like, yeah, no, we know shit's bad, and they're like, oh, okay, so you do know. And we talked about how there was a mole, and about how just everything is uneasy at the moment, and then I was like, do you know who it is? They said yes, and I was like, okay, I have some ideas on who it might be, but could you tell me, please? And so they then called me and was like, I can't tell you. And I was like, Okay, can you give me like initials? Can you give me a hint? Because again, I think I know who it is, but if it's not her, then I don't want there to be, I don't know, a recording of that. And so they were like, okay, JC is, for the initials. And I was like, okay, so it's not Jesus Christ. So I think I know who it is.
Oh man,
And
darn. It's not Jesus Christ.
um,
Shit.
and I was like, okay, cool. And then I grabbed Ezra by the side of the head to talk into the comms piece and be like, hey, everyone, um, you know that movie about the vampires with
The
just
sparkling vampires,
the
you know that
sparkling
one, right? And
vampires?
for some reason, Mo knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm
I
the
was
most
married to a
surprising.
librarian for a while. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, it would have been during that time when like Stephanie Meyer's like overflow books are overflowing in the library like crazy. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I am not
Yeah.
proud of it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Um, but yeah, I very subtly alluded to the Twilight series of novels and was like, "Hey, you know our boss?"
And
And then
it was found out very very stealthily and not silly that
Mhm.
hey, like it's Janice Cullen, doesn't sparkle in the sunlight though, but you know totally
Mm-mm.
understand that. And then Ezra has
What is?
a revelation. You were gonna say, is there anything
Oh
else?
no, I was just gonna say that she is looking for whoever fucked with her blood that we found under the table, and that was me. And the blood looked at me, and it was scary.
The blood looked at me. Oh, the amount of times like I have moments where I like want to make a quip about something. Nope, nope, nope. It was like I was gonna say like looked at me, looked at him, looks at me, looks at him, kind of situation like with the blood. But Ezra, you tell Ezra that is Janice, and then he has a revelation that like the reason why he died in the first place was because he was sent out to Freyton. And Janice was the person that sent him out to Freyton in the first place. Kind of convinced him that like, hey, have a solo trip. It's not that hard, because he really needed it. And y'all don't know exactly why he decided to say yes and really needed a break, exactly. But he took her up on that offer. So yeah. And then he essentially tells you, Cordelia, that he wants to murderize Janice as soon as he sees him, which is very out of character for him to say. But you also don't put it past him because he's been through a lot. You go downstairs into the concert and you decide to bring Willow with you and ask Willow to follow y'all downstairs. Ezra is uneasy kind of seeing Willow in a state of like, I'm gonna beat a bitch's ass is kind of like what Willow's state is right now. So she looks terrifying. And Ezra doesn't feel great about that because she murdered him. So I think we're all caught up. I think we're Gucci. It was a nice one, well thought out.
Really, like going over all of that and just realizing how incredibly traumatized we all are. Just
very
extremely so traumatized.
Very much.
My goodness.
My goodness. All right.
I'm not traumatized. I have a new body.
Right.
That does not mean
it's not like you have like how many years prior to this body of trauma also. So content warning. This series focuses on the following elements: violence and combat, specifically gun violence, fighting, and supernatural violence, trauma, and processing trauma, minor body horror, descriptive scenes of death, no gore, but maybe unsettling or dark, illusions and altered realities, creepy atmosphere, betrayal, and potential death. Please take care of yourself if these elements and how they may be portrayed are uncomfy or make you feel unsettled. You can always catch the VOD later. Check us out on YouTube. That jazz. And without further ado, let us continue. Mo, you just got this information from Cordelia, everyone that's on the comms right now, of Janice is coming to the Nightingale. You're not sure how much time you have, if she's on foot or if she's driving, if she's on foot, and you now knowing that she's a vampire, it's triple time normal human running towards like if a human running to you, it's nothing, it's going to be like an hour and a half. A vampire might be a lot faster, so you're not sure when she started, how much time you have, and your goal, what would you say your goal is your goal to try to stop her from coming in or receiving her or whatever that
yeah, there's a lot of people here, so I think we could go about this two ways. We can either like confront her before she gets here, or like lure her off somewhere else so that there's minimal collateral damage, or we can work under the assumption, because we got the element of surprise, we can work under the assumption that she doesn't know that we know. And if that's the case, I don't think that she would be like, I don't think that she would be willing to expose herself in front of all these people. So I'm gonna voice that to the group real quick.
So you're
say,
gonna do like,
what's our play here?
what's
our play here? We can confront her here.
Go ahead, go. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say we can confront her here, or we can lure her out somewhere. But if we do it here, we gotta make sure that nothing goes down. There's a lot of people here that get hurt.
Well, you hear Ezra's voice crackle through, and you can hear the songs coming through. So it's, I wouldn't say it's too muffled. You can still hear him, but you're like, that darn music. So he's like, what we can try to do is
days.
Shut up. What we could try to do in regards to that is, like you said, we can meet her halfway. We can try to play dumb a little bit when she gets here. She's here to find, little pause, Cordelia right now because of blood tampering at the R&D department when we were there. So that's why they're headed this way. But other than that, if you want, you can meet her somewhere else. You can get her to go somewhere else. Like, she doesn't know we know, so maybe calling her and redirecting her maybe, or just giving us extra time so that like we can just find Millie and get out of here personally.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Mostly just because, I mean, if we can keep that element of surprise, that might be a good thing. We need to know what she knows before, any killing actually happens.
There's a pause after that. You could still hear the music pumping in the background, right? Where like you're wondering if like, oh, he just didn't disconnect or something like that. And then you hear him say, "I'll do my best."
Oh, I was talking about me.
I was talking about me.
All right. Let's just keep that in mind, okay?
Sure. And then clicks off. That's a sure of like not a yes, not a no. We'll see what happens.
That was almost a whatever. That was almost a teenage whatever.
Really close to a whatever from a teenager. But Ezra's not a teenager. He's a grown ass man, and he's gonna get as close to a man response as possible, which is sure. So you kind of roll your eyes when he cuts off.
I do.
Damien is also listening, obviously, right?
Okay. New plan. We're gonna redirect her somehow. Someone who's better at lying, do this, please.
I'm better at lying. Because you're really bad at lying, like Damien says.
I'm not that bad. I'm not. Look, it's not that I never had any reason to. You know, like why lie when you could just tell people what you think of them? Makes more sense. Anyway, yeah. So we could maybe that we found something suspicious. It's just got to be somewhere else. Where's a good like secluded? Out of character? Where's a good secluded place to maybe throw down? There's a park nearby, isn't there?
I think so. I'm trying to remember if it is Central Park, or if it's like another park. I think that you're near a park, like kind of, you're a little far from Central Park. There's another park in between. But it is not that secluded, in terms of, like, you could see the street from the center. But it is one of those things where, right placement, you can, like, hide from view kind of situation. But that's if you're dead center of it.
Yeah.
And it's about like a 15-minute walk from here to Losai.
Yay.
Damien gives you a look.
That seems to be the.
That's, you want to go solo or with me and confront a vampire?
No. It's not like I don't got experience with vampires, first of all. Second, no, I don't think solo is a good idea right now for any of us. In terms of, I'm just trying to minimize the casualties here.
So did you just want to redirect her, and then when she gets there, just, we know how much time we have?
Pretty much.
Okay.
We can, yeah. Because at this point, I'll be honest with you, I just want her dead. She betrayed us, and she's a vampire. That's like two big no-nos for me. So I recognize, and Thea would probably say that it's smarter to keep her alive so we can question her. Let's aim for that.
Okay.
Let's aim for that.
I will try to make sure that happens, but if it doesn't...
In the meantime, yeah, we're gonna have to split up. We have to find Millie.
They're already down there. Apparently Millie might be down there, and if Millie isn't here, then we leave as soon as possible. That's it.
I sent Willow to keep an eye on... Okay, good. I guess it is just us then. Shoot. All right. Yeah, especially if they're after Cordelia. Yeah, all right. Let's go then.
We're going to the park?
Yeah, we're going to the park. I will relay this plan, though, to the others. We're not just going to ditch them.
Cordelia, you see Ezra go downstairs also, hand tightly in yours as moving through the crowd, those neon lights bouncing and the moving crowd that's like jumping to the beat. And you see him stop as Mo relays the plan, and then just shoulders tense up, and he's like, no, you're not going by yourself.
I'm not going by myself. I got Damien.
Okay, that's better, but like it's you don't know what Janice is capable of at all.
I mean, I really don't. But I've killed plenty of you were there. We've killed plenty of vampires before.
Yes,
and besides that,
Janice is different.
How so?
She used to be a slayer.
So was I.
a vampire slayer is kind of a big deal. It's like kind of a badass level of badass on top of badass.
Technically,
right.
I'm pretty sure Mo was also a vampire slayer.
I was also a vampire slayer just in a different way. Look, I was a slayer too, and I'm gonna try not to take it personal that you don't think I'm as badass as Janice.
You are a badass, obviously,
that,
but like also I don't want you to get hurt. It goes two ways.
I appreciate that. I know. I remember. Look, your only job is to find Millie, and then you can join us back there, okay? We won't be alone for long.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm trusting you with this, Ezra.
I'm trusting you with this, Mo.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this thing.
Hangs up, like literally.
Fine.
Just like, I love and care for you. Cordelia, you
I got a lot of mixed signals here.
A lot of mixed signals. We're angry, but also we care for each other, but also, god damn it, why are you like this? Yeah. Both of you in the same direction. It's precious.
I know, for real.
Anyway, Ezra just, you hear him sigh over the sound of the music downstairs. And I'm assuming Mo and Damien, you send a message to Janice, correct?
Yes, I'm assuming that Damien's gonna do it because I'm terrible at lying.
Right. All right. So
I'll also tell Aurora. I'll tell Aurora too that is our plan, just to make sure we have all of our bases covered.
So you're also telling Janice because you didn't technically tell her who the traitor was. No, you just say you're gonna
Janice or Aurora.
Aurora. You did not tell Aurora that Janice is at all.
That's probably important. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'll tell her. Be like, good news, bad news. Good news is we found out who the traitor is. Bad news is it's Janice. She's on her way here. We're gonna try to redirect her to the park nearby. That's it.
You calling or texting this?
I would just text. We don't got time for this.
Okay.
And I don't want to like hang up our connection with the others as well.
Yeah. So then like just exclamations, like several. It was like, well, I'm glad you told me, is like the response back. Keep me informed. I'm gonna tell Theo now. Theo will meet you in 20 minutes.
Theo will meet? Isn't he hurt?
And question mark.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's fair.
You get another message, and it's Theo, semicolon. So Theo colon, because Theo's like messaging. It's like,
yep.
I'm almost fine. I'm on my way. And that's all you get.
Yeah. I will say over the line, Theo's coming.
No response, actually. Like, just not a response from downstairs. You turn to Damien, and Damien brings out phone call, I'm gonna say, just to sell it a little bit in terms of lying. You see him pick up his note like, hey, Janice, this is Damien. Found some kind of concerning signs in the park nearby, this location, and he gives the pin for it. It was like a few people had logged it, and it kept on coming up on my radar, so if I might need some eyes on that, do you think that you can meet me there? It won't take that long. I understand you're busy. This will literally take like maybe 5 minutes. I would appreciate it. Yes, thank you. See you there. And looks at you.
Why are you so good at that?
I'm a police officer. I used to be one.
I don't know if I should be concerned and also a little intrigued. It's fine. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Like, he stands up, and you both walk out, essentially. And you kind of shuffle through the rain. Like, it is thundering, so you kind of put up your hoods or whatever you need to as you walk through the rain. go back to you, Cordelia and Ezra, who are sifting through. Ezra is kind of processing what Mo said. He's not seething, but he's just like tense because like you can tell he's kind of torn between going after Mo to make sure everything's fine and finding Millie because that's why y'all are here in the first place. And a few people kind of bump into him, but like he kind of presses back and is kind of like to the back wall essentially near the back of the concert a little bit, and turns to you. This is fucked. This is fucked. But if we could just find Millie, we can just get out of here, and we won't even have to deal with Janice. We can just leave. It'll be fine, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. This is a lot culminating at once, but we can get through this.
I'll say. Looks around. So, oh man, this song is awesome. He's just like trying not to. It's like there's so many emotions, like in general. It's like this is a really cool song. Anyway, not split up, but like keep an eye out for Millie. I'm gonna, like, you can see, start looking around and keeping a tight, not too tight grip on your hand. Up to you. What would you like to do to try to scan this crowd to see if you can find Millie?
Knowing the crowd, I'm just looking for someone who's moody and with two-tone hair. That shouldn't be.
This crowd specifically, there's plenty of people that have that exact descriptor.
I know. I think I'm just going to what is it? The Spirit Touched, and I know Millie's signature, and so I'm just gonna try and hone in on that. So I guess any infernal / eldritch goings on.
All right, roll Spirit Touch for me.
Gotcha. It's not weird. It's weird. Shit. That's a 4.
Oh, well, so you try to tap into the magical signature of Millie because you know Millie well, right? Like you're like, yeah, like, but this still trying to fully understand the capabilities of your magic and stuff like that. You always like either overshoot or undershoot here, and in this case, you undershot, and now you're getting every kind of potential like magical signature of anything in the room. So that's like residue, that's different entities, that's everything, right? So like that is what you're picking up right now. It's hitting you in the face a lot. You're a little overwhelmed, to be honest, and you probably grip Ezra's hand tighter, and he also failed, like in terms of like searching. So he's looking around. It doesn't seem like he knows where to focus. He keeps on like looking to people that have like streaks of white hair or like hair that could be in this lighting probably past for white. It might be blonde instead. And every time he gets ready to walk over or shift or wade through, he doesn't. He realizes it's not Millie, and keeps on doing it. And then he feels your grip tighten, and he looks to you. Is this too much?
No, I just still feeling a little off from the projection.
Right. Oh.
Let me try something else.
All right. Warmer round. What do you like to try to do to find Millie in this crowd again? I will do the same.
I will try a different weird move that I have, and I'm just going to try tune in and try and like see where Millie is.
It is also weird. Go
which
off.
I believe I yeah. Which I believe I used tune in last time to see how far out Janice was.
Yes, we did. Let's see if it works.
That's double sixes. Okay, that's
I
an
also
11.
got double sixes. Like, it was literally like, I got a
Oh
2,
my God.
and you got a 4, and then we got double
Stop.
sixes. Look at us, look at us. All right, so we're gonna start with you. So with 3, hold 3, and you can ask me any of the 5 questions. Yeah, 5 questions in tune in.
Yep.
Tell me. You can call them however you want. Just let me know.
First things first, I will do where is the creature right now?
All right, so y'all are at the back part because, like, obviously the concert filled into the front and like the stage and stuff like that. So those those standing bar tables and stuff like that are in the back. They're starting to, you have enough room to move around back there. Somewhere in where y'all are, but further down. So like in a corner, like the far corner, you're getting that a high spike of infernal energy with a little bit of eldritch. This feels like Millie, but the thing is, the last time you saw Millie, there was like a nice balance here of both, and now it seems like there's more infernal than not. But that is Millie that you're feeling right now.
Gotcha. Question number 2. Just in case there's any other shit that we are walking into,
Of course.
who does it regard as the biggest threat?
Someone that is standing directly next to them. They regard them as the biggest threat.
Ah. Yay, fuck.
Of course. Of course. Come on.
Millie's a bit closer to the front, with, you'll never guess, some other threat. I can't tell what exactly, but they're right next to each other.
Ezra's not looking at you because, like, you have one more question. I don't know if you want to use it or you want to hold on to that. But
yeah. I think if I could hold on to it for just a moment, see
totally
Ezra's response and see where this is going. Yeah.
Ezra was like looking around and you didn't really see him exactly, like in terms of like you're talking to the back of his head essentially, but he can hear you. And then he turns to you, looks down at you, and you notice that those glowing white eyes again. So he's doing something, dipping into a part of himself that you were kind of concerned about last time, as a means to find Millie. But he seems like he's, same expressions. It's still him, essentially. And he says before, like, it fades back to his normal eyes. I think I found them. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're over there. But another threat, you said?
Yeah. I don't know. He seemed on edge about someone right next to them.
Okay, we're gonna keep it chill, and we're gonna kind of approach and view and see what's going on first. All right. You turn and you kind of see Willow lost in the crowd. Like, you see red hair because Willow's tall as hell. You can just see like a tall bit of red hair kind of, I'm not gonna say surfing through the crowd, but like you just see like the crowd is kind of taking control of Willow, unfortunately, because Willow has not been prepared for this before. You kind of see arms flailing out there. You both kind of watch as Willow's being taken. You're like, oh, okay. I hope they're okay. As Ezra kind of continues to pull you along towards Millie. Cameron or Polly Pocket, how you doing?
Listen, living her best life. She loves performing. So she is thriving right now. I think I rolled and said that I was doing good.
You were doing really good. You were doing wonderful. Sweet. I think you got a full success. I think. So it was, the start off was perfect, right? You're like maybe 2 or 3 songs in, and you're vibing with the music. This is like peak for you. Like you're happy for like the charisma boost potion. You're happy for like the setup. The crowd is like banging, so people are using like phones to like record and stuff like that. It's everything that you expected and more. Can you roll charm again?
Okay.
And you get a boost of 2 as well on top of the charm you already have because of your charisma boost.
Well, thank goodness. Okay, that's a 9.
So yeah,
I definitely rolled a 3 and a 2.
rolled 3
So
and a 2
lower.
plus 5 plus 2. Yeah, okay. So
Plus
yeah,
my 2
you got a 9.
charm.
So you transition to the next song, and there's like a little bit of like a pause. Like there's like a tech malfunction for like a little bit, wiring maybe. But you hear like a little bit of a buzz, that like a feedback. But you're able to like quickly catch that and get to the next song. And people barely notice. Anyone in the front might have near the speaker, but it's a small snag. It's totally fine. And this song is a mixture of like hard rock and hip hop, and it is banging. It is it's so good. People like scream for this next song. It is fantastic, and you're just grinning, beaming ear to ear.
I'm making a TikTok.
Oh, that'd be great. Like your one hand like mixing, other hands like to the crowd, like let's go. Everyone is
so like the crowd as everyone's in it. Yeah.
So yeah, you're catching everybody. Can you roll sharp for me while you're doing this TikTok recording right now?
Uh-oh.
Oh, what? It's fine.
Oh. 11.
Got 11? Cool.
-1. 10. I can do
so you're still mixing. No, full success. You're great. This is fantastic. So you're like capturing this, recording it for the TikToks, the clock app, and you're just like, yeah, everybody, welcome to you live. Look at this thing. Look at this crowd, this energy. People are like jumping. And just laser zoom focus. You see 2 people in the crowd that look very familiar, because one has a streak of white hair, with tan skin, and you're pretty certain that that's 𝚬𝚘 in the crowd right now, and holding hands with Cassie, who looks a little overwhelmed and kind of looking around, and they seem like they're looking for somebody, and you're like, oh boy, well, they don't know who I am. You know, in terms of like, especially not right now, but you clock them essentially. I would also, because you did a full success and you did so well, I want to do this for you. You notice Marcus is like in the front, right? Like he's kind of in the front, like within eye shot of you. Something's off with Marcus, and you're not entirely sure what it is. But what you can notice is that like he is laser focused on Ezra right now. You haven't really seen that look on his face. I'll give you this. Marcus is known for always smiling or having like a little bit of a quirk to his lips for smiling. It is gone. Something's wrong. That is all that you know. I will give the floor to you to decide what to do with this information, whatever that might be.
Okay. So I think, gosh, because I'm trying to think of like how to. Yeah. So I think that she's going to sort of keep an eye on things. I do think she like stops the like TikTok just because she's like, if they're here, something might be up. So I'm trying to think in a how many songs would I be doing total?
For a concert like this, because you're what, let's say 4 songs in, maybe another 4. 4
another 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there might be, if you want to, there might be an intermission, but you're okay also normally going all the way through for like a concert. You're also leaving space for an encore, which based off of this energy, you're like, you might it seems like they might do an encore because the energy is like peak, right? This is really good. So you are torn between like, do I step away extra long if I do get an encore to find out what's going on, or do I just end it? Because that's not a good thing to do for my career in terms of music, to not do an encore.
Plus, it's going really well.
It's going really well. Like, it is like, holy shit, right? So yeah.
Can I? Because I want to try to read a bad situation, but like Calamity knows that nothing is like nothing's there yet.
You can read a bad situation
Really?
if you want to.
Maybe?
You could totally read a bad situation. Or
I'll do that.
Let me look at your thing. Yeah, like that. You can do that.
Because I take +1 hold to any result of 7 or more. Plus, I can detect the influence of invisible things.
That might actually be very helpful right now.
That's my highway to hell. So let's roll to read a bad situation.
I love the Stars movie names, yo. Like, it's just like Highway to Hell. Victorious. I was like never gonna give you up. So yeah, so read a bad situation.
What do I roll? I'm sorry, I'm looking for what I rolled with it.
I think it's a sharp for read a bad situation. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Don't you have
That's
a thing
good,
where
my
like you don't
is...
roll sharp and you like roll for investigate a mystery? My bad. Continue. Yeah. For investigate.
I was about to say, I do have something like that, but yeah, that's investigate a mystery. Yeah. All right.
Too much power.
So that's dang it.
Star power.
So that's a 6. I'm so sad. So on a miss, you may still get 1 hold, but one of the things you notice now has your full attention.
Okay. Did you use any luck points? Because I see you have 2 I don't remember you using luck points before.
I haven't used any luck points.
That might be left over.
Go ahead and do that.
It says 2. I'm pretty certain that's left over from something, from me. So I'm pretty certain you did not use any luck points. If you want to, you can, but your star special will activate in this moment.
Oh, that's right.
Because we haven't used it yet. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So you used 1 luck. So you get a 12 instead. So like you have 1 hold plus 3. So you have 4 read a bad situation hold right now. Too much power. Just too much power.
That's like now I'm like overwhelmed with power. So I'll say, are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
Yes. You might actually ask this. Have you seen Marcus hunt before in terms of like hunting monsters, like in terms of like being a freelancer before?
Probably.
Okay, like
probably.
I
would
might
say
have.
so.
That might be one of the reasons why you know each other. Like you've been freelancers on a team for like a short thing, like a few times. He doesn't make this face unless he's usually hunting, to be honest. Like he's dipping into like his werewolf self. But it's literally when he's fighting something is normally when he sees that. So you feel like he just found his mark or something like that is like what you notice. You didn't know that he had one because like he was like, yeah, I'm fine, like nothing's going on, right? So that's one thing. What else?
Oh gosh. What's the biggest threat?
Ezra and Marcus right now are the 2 biggest threats in the room.
Okay. I had a hunch. That was it.
Mhm.
So I want to ask what's the best way to protect the victims, but can I specifically ask that, like, I will protect them both.
You want to protect both of the
So I'm
victims?
trying to
So,
think of
like,
how to.
Ezra and Marcus?
Yeah. Yeah.
How can you protect the victims? If you instruct the crowd to do something, that would separate them.
Okay. And I have one more, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you get a fun thing, which is an invisible thing.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And I'll give that last.
I want to ask, what is my? Oh my gosh, I think I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm scared, and I love it. What? I guess I never really understand this question. The what's most vulnerable to me?
It is a very
What is
weird
that? Is
question.
that
It's
like?
a very weird question.
Yeah.
I usually take it
Does that
as
mean like what is gonna hurt me?
Yes. Like
Or what can I hurt?
it is like what's most vulnerable. So in a bad situation like this, if you're, let's say, being attacked by somebody, and let's say what is most vulnerable to me is like what part of me are they aiming for, I guess is the best way to put it, or what is my weakness in this moment. So like because I literally did this recently as a player, but like my flank was like my weakness because I didn't have eyes on my right side, so like that was vulnerable to me. I will give you this, you are not in danger at the moment, so you do not need that question.
Okay. Okay. All right, then I'll go ahead and ask, what is my best way out?
What is your best way out? For you, or just like
as
a noted
like
or for
everything? Because I know like physically how to kind of get out. I guess like what's my best way out of like, can I ask it like what's my best way out of my situation? Like to help, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. So outside of like instructing the crowd to do something, you can either distract Marcus and get his eyes away from Ezra, or you can end the performance in a very grand way suddenly right now, but that won't be great for you, Polly Pocket, right now.
It will not. Okay. What's my invisible thing?
Right. You look at Marcus once you're done with the TikTok, and the laser focus on Ezra, like I said, like back of Ezra. And you notice that his eyes are glassed over, so he's not present right now. He's gone. It looks like like Marcus is not home, essentially. And I would say, like, in terms of visible things, you kind of see these weird, iridescent, like, intricate, like, lines that seem to be connecting to his head that seem like kind of superimposed on top of, if this is like the real world, you're seeing like another layer on top. And you see it for like a split second, and it looks like they're being tugged or moved a certain way to kind of instruct Marcus to do something. I will also give that, like, if this is like a video game where you're out in the open and then it's taking like a few seconds for an enemy to view you or notice that it's you, like, so like there's a gauge of like, oh yeah, like it's filling up as they notice that you're actually there. You can just dip back into hiding. It looks like that is happening with Ezra, where like he is noting that it's Ezra and it's taking a little bit to process before orders are given right now.
I see. Okay.
You're not sure how much time you have left before like he might do something.
Yeah.
Essentially.
All right. Well.
So what is Polly Pocket gonna do?
So, this feels like such a bad idea.
I
What I'm
love
thinking
bad
of.
ideas. I love them.
So, like, I've been trying to find a use for this thing that I have, or just one of my like weird inventory things. There is a mystic earring that I have.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I think that she's going to try to do like a, oh, this hurts. Like a tech sabotage. She, I think, is going to try to shove the earring into the tech and see what happens.
So you're gonna take your earring.
This feels like such a bad idea.
So you're taking this mystic earring where you're not entirely sure in what way it's mystic, and you're gonna shove it into.
We have no idea.
Okay, and then you're shoving it into your thing, like.
I think she's gonna try it not into her little soundboard because she loves it. I think she's gonna try to like maybe like shove it into like the wire connecting it to like the rest of the stuff, if that makes sense. Or I'm actually not sure how those are set up, but like I want her to try to like break their equipment.
The equipment for the place, like for.
Yes.
Okay.
Subtly, she's trying to be subtle.
Oh man. Since you're trying to be subtle, roll act under pressure.
Alright. Oh, this is such a bad idea. I don't know what this earring does.
I love bad ideas. I absolutely love
so it's up to you, and I'm scared. Okay. An act under pressure is cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Cool. So I'm gonna give you a choice here because it's a mixed success.
It's such a bad idea, but it's fun.
Worst outcome: hard choice or a price to pay.
I choose?
Yes.
Oh, you want me to choose?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you chose.
No.
Oh dear. Let's go with. Oh boy. Hard choice.
A hard choice.
I feel like I know what this is gonna be.
Do you? So you.
I have a hunch.
So you take the earring and you're like trying to figure out like there is. You can do this in a way where no one will notice. If you do this, there's a chance that either. Sorry, I'm trying to find the too hard the choices here. Either both their equipment and your equipment get blown out. Or Amber will notice that you're doing this.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, what's worse, losing my equipment or dealing with Amber?
That's a really good question because they're kind of on the same level here.
They're kind of on the same level.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna ruin my equipment.
You're gonna ruin your equipment. Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
you're able to find like a spot because like if this is I forgot what it's called, like your mixer essentially. Um, this mystic earring that you're like, it's got vibes. It's got weird shit vibes going on. It might
Got vibes.
you like slot it into like an open cable port that you don't use. As you naturally make it look like you're switching to or you're getting ready to fade into the next song kind of situation. And in that moment you feel a surge of a pulse that comes from the earring. And you see the equipment surcharge a little bit, like a pulse of blue energy happens, and you hear sparks. Like you're a little worried for a moment of like, oh, is it gonna like electrify right now? No. Instead, it seems like you see that energy pulse through all the equipment, through the cables, your equipment, their cables, and it starts to speed your music up, and then it slows down, and then it just slows down to a stop. It sounds kind of cool, actually. And then everyone's like, wait, what happened? Because, like, they think that it's a part of the show kind of situation. Like, yeah. Wait, no? Like, you know, in terms of like, the slowdown. And then you get an idea. A song idea for, like, oh, man, that slowdown. I could use that for my next song, yo. That is literally the Stars special, where like whatever happened in the last few moments, it becomes their inspiration for their next song, and you feel like you have to write this shit immediately. So you just see sparkles in your eyes, like that's a great idea. Oh my gosh, the speed up, the slow down, that could be like the intro to my next song. Like I need to do this like immediately, but then you realize, oh wait, I can't. So you're like torn between distraction and Marcus, right? So Marcus blinks several times and then turns to you, and his usual face is back, like kind of mouths, "Are you okay? Like, what's good?"
I think she's going to say like, "Oh no, oh darn, oh what happened?" But like she's gonna oh man, well, we gotta get that checked out. Let's take a quick break. Hopefully we can come back. Let's assess the damage kind of thing. And then get like when tech comes up, I think she's gonna like grab Marcus and like go back stage.
He's like, yeah, okay, whoa. And then gets like pulled off stage to like the back. Very funny because like you're what, 5'2", he's like 6'3",
5'4", 5'2", yeah, 5'2".
It's just like, come on, he's like, oh gosh, okay, and then like getting pulled off stage.
Very strong.
And everyone's like looking around, like, oh man, like they understand, like, oh, tech issues. Amber's like, wait, what happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
And
tech issues.
Tech issues. Oh my god. Ezra looks and is also confused a little bit. The lights are still dim, like no one turned the lights back on in this situation, but Amber gets on stage, actually. It's like, all right, it's okay, everybody. The shows will continue. We're going to find out what's wrong with the tech and stuff. But in the meantime, drink on the house for everybody. Thank you so much. Just let's give it like 5 to 10 minutes. And everything will be good. Okay. All right. Good. Love y'all. And then like dips off stage, as everyone's like, oh, woo, you know, like free drinks.
Free drinks.
Cordelia and Ezra, you stop for a moment, but then like Ezra beelines towards essentially where Millie is, and just as you get there, you do see in the corner Millie. Yes, did you want to do something? You did the thing.
So we just heard Polly Pocket just talk just regularly for a moment.
You did.
She does have a like stage voice.
Okay.
I will say.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
she uses kind of like a more like a higher pitched kind of voice when she's Polly Pocket. I'm trying to think. it's probably up here, and we're gonna like,
Okay, I
hi
don't.
everybody, it's Polly Pocket. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think that you would know that that's
So
Cameron then. Like you would not even have thought about it.
Okay.
Okay,
he
like
doesn't talk normally as Polly Pocket, just
yeah,
as an extra like safety.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's good.
Gotcha.
I'm glad that you both asked and answered that question.
But
Really close. But as you're coming up and Millie, Ezra, and you come up on the back of Millie, essentially, Ezra knows that frame anywhere in terms of this is his cousin. And you, Cordelia, see a woman that they're talking to who's like in hushed tones, kind of leaning forward on the bar table. And they look focused, like they're like briskly talking to Millie, like kind of directing, and they look very irritated, but they're keeping it hushed. Um, did you want to kind of not be seen by them, or are you going to try to approach
I guess first things first. What is it planning to do right now?
Thank you. I forgot
Millie?
you had one more
Using
left.
my last hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Right now, it's enjoying the show. Or like, are you talking about this is Millie? You try like enjoy the show, right? Is what Millie's trying to do.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Millie's goal, subconsciously or like pressing wise, is to kill the doll maker at any means necessary.
Sure. Gotcha. Then in that case,
Oh, actually, one second.
seeing
I
that
think there's more.
as much as they,
there's more to it actually.
Yeah.
It's a spliced separate two separate things. It's either kill the doll maker at any means necessary, or kill Chris Stevens at any means necessary. Like they're
Gotcha.
one or the other. Like it seems like one of them will do, and then they'll be fine, kind of situation.
Okie dokie. Hey Ezra.
Yeah.
Obviously I know that Chris Stevens and Millie have something of a history.
Was looking at the back of Millie, his cousin, and then makes the weirdest face and then turns to look down at you. What?
Don't they?
They do. How do you know that?
I'm very slightly in Millie's head right now.
Right.
Why? I know that this is very important and that we're like going to go talk to Millie. I don't know why necessarily, but I feel like it's very important that I know what exactly happened, if you know anything.
All right, y'all are in the open, getting ready to approach, and then he like doubles back and goes behind a few people, and then pulls you off to the side.
I'll like grab both his hands and
Okay.
just like.
Yeah. All right. I don't know exactly what happened then because I wasn't in the room, but a few years ago, the reason why Chris Stevens is in a coma now is because of Millie. Millie put him there. I was interrogating him with Mo's help. Needed someone that could mind read or dive into people's brains, and Millie has those abilities, like is an expert in them. And I left the room to just take a quick call because Millie isn't a violent person, and then I came back and Millie went off on him and knocked him out really bad, head trauma. I had to resuscitate him to bring him back. I don't know why they did that in the first place. They never were able to explain it to me.
Do Chris and Mo have history?
No.
Okay. Millie's caught between killing the dollmaker and Chris at the moment. I don't know if those ambitions are their own or stepping stones or what, but
when I think Millie was experimenting on themselves with infernal blood during that time, and maybe it seeped through, perhaps. And
I know. I know.
You know a lot. Like looks down at you like, and
I was helping look over
right.
that a bit. Sorry.
That makes sense. So like like you see like his face like I'm gonna process that. Because I don't think he knew that either. He's finding out a lot from you right now.
I have not. I've been holding on to that since season 1.
Oh man! Oh snap! All those secrets are coming out. He just I would say like he looks at you and like. I'm trying. Hold on, 1 second. Actually.
That's really. Oh. Shit.
He's fine. He just kind of stares at you.
Okay.
And processes. Okay. I'm going to hold on to that for a little bit. It was like that repressed smile. Like I'm going to smile about this. And how's that? And all right. Okay. Are you telling me that Millie's infertile because of you right now?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Good. Like he nods. Okay.
No.
Because Millie was going to do it anyway, regardless of having help from you or not.
Yeah, no. I was just helping Millie focus it.
Thanks. All right. What was I saying? I guess it was like trying to like.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to have that conversation right now.
It's fine. So they were experimenting with that at the time, and I thought that maybe the reason why, and this is just me putting 2 and 2 together, the reason why they went off on Chris was because it was sparking and they couldn't hold themselves back. But if that impulse is still there might have been a force behind it. The infernal got in touch with them, right? So like that's okay. That's terrifying. Yeah, you're gonna say.
Yeah, I say that because whoever Millie is with unsettles them, but is not someone they see as like a target or like a threat, I guess. Just so we know what we're getting into.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Are we gonna approach Millie, or are we going to?
Yeah.
Just looks down at you like adorable, and tries to like also house a different emotion. Just went from I am trying to repress irritation and anger to why are you so cute, and repressing that down as well. So nods. All right. Actually, hold on. So he thinks for a minute, and he's, do we want to try to get them out of here away from them, or are we going to talk to Millie?
I feel like Millie's probably here with this person right now as like a means of like, this is a wide open place with lots of people, so nothing will happen, if I was to assume. And so I guess that if we're also going to talk to Millie in front of this person, here's probably the best place to do it.
All right.
But I could be completely wrong.
That is a good, that's good. We'll give it a try. Yeah. And you both still yourself and walk up to Millie. Ezra taps Millie on the shoulder Millie turns, and Cordelia, you notice while that's happening, the person directly across from Millie is a beautiful woman, pale skin, with what looks like brown eyes, but there's something quite not right about them that you could tell in this low lighting down here. Blonde hair pulled back and kind of slicked back, and very alt attire, ruby red lips. That shift of look changes, and then a very pleasant smile greets you instead. It's like, oh, care to join us? And
Yes, please.
thank you. And we're going to switch over to you, Mo, and and Damien. Y'all do the brisk walk.
But I want to see the reunion.
No. You do the brisk walk to the park.
Yeah.
The rain is heavy, and I would say you kind of get soaked through. Downside, but upside is if you get to this park, the view coverage in the park will be less because of how bad the weather is. So, like, even though people from the street are looking into the park, it's too dark and it's raining. They're not going to go out of their way to, like, go through it or look through it.
Question, is the park, like, in the same direction where we parked, or is it in, like, a different direction?
I would say it's in the direction of Damien's car, so it's further from yours. Sorry.
That's fine. It's okay. I'm just like, man, I could really use a sniper rifle right now. It's fine. Not a big deal.
I mean,
it's okay.
Okay, no. I have the power here. I can change things. I have the technology.
I have the technology.
I would say that instead of it being like, oh, like it's like a middle point between like, oh, it's closer to his car but further away from your car, I would say like maybe it's in the middle, so it's like more horizontal wise, like the park is between there, so I would say that you're maybe 3 blocks away, his car's 4 blocks away, and you kind of meet at the park in the middle point, so like it is now at the halfway point between your car and his. Did you want to go and get your sniper rifle from the car?
I would like to go get my sniper rifle, especially since, I mean, if it's raining, right? So I can assume that perhaps any vampiric senses that Janice may have might be a bit dulled.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can only hope. And so it would make more sense for me to let him meet her and then to set up a kind of overwatch position to make sure that I can take her ass out if she makes any move I don't like.
Yes. I love that. I love this plan already.
Yeah.
So
I'm a sniper.
You're a sniper. I was
special forces. Anyway.
Get it. So you have a few minutes, like y'all make the detour to get to your car. He's very on edge as he's watching you get the sniper rifle, and you're able to like assemble it, get it ready. And while walking back, you're probably looking for a place to set up, so that like keep an eye on him. Y'all have comms, essentially.
Of course.
I'm just gonna give this to you because you know vampires. You should not be talking to him, talking to him while he's meeting Janice, because
of course
she might hear you. But you're like going to, you know how to hold breath, you know how to like aim the shot and all that other stuff. So you're walking
between heartbeats.
There it is. You are walking, and you're going over the plan with Damien. And he's like, everything's gonna be fine, Mo. I trust you. You seem like you know what you're doing. So.
Oh yeah, no. Will you take my knife, please? Just in case.
Yeah. You hand it to him. He takes it. Puts it in the back of his belt, essentially.
I know we said that we want to question her, but I'm letting you know right now, if she even jolts towards you, I will put a bullet in her head. I'm just letting you know. Okay?
Okay. Take a breath.
I can't talk to you, so if you need anything. Like we should have a code word or something, like a panic button.
Delilah.
All right. Sounds good.
He leans forward and gives you a meaningful kiss on the cheek.
I blush immediately. Suddenly I'm not cold. It's not stormy.
I'm not cold to the bone.
Ooh.
And he like leans his head against yours. It's gonna be fine. You got me, and I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And he heads out to the park. Where are you setting up so that you have a viewpoint as you're watching?
That would be a good place to set up. So is there a lot of tree foliage?
There is,
Like,
but like,
how
I feel like
is
they're
it
tall
like
enough that you can see through them just fine. Like I don't know where if you're gonna go
Okay.
higher, where you're gonna.
Well, that's my thought. That was kind of my thought. Is like, am I going to a building? Am I going to like the roof of a building? Am I going to like a tree? Am I going to on top of a car? Like, where am I going?
You know that like you can't somewhere where you're not in the open. Even if like you're going there. So either there is gonna be, if you're from a building, tree coverage might be a little too much. There's not that many trees in comparison to Central
I also
Park,
think,
but you know, like.
Yeah, I think I don't want to be too far if I have to get to him. So I think that it would make sense, I guess, probably to find a tree in the park, or at least, how big's the park?
Oh, let's say
Like, what do I think I can get away with?
It's about the length of like three blocks, 3 or 4 blocks.
Oh, okay.
Like one avenue block, like height wise. So it's not that big. So like you can, if you need to run, maybe less than a minute or two, if you're booking it. If you're like within that range or within that site of something like that. But if you're in the park and you're in a tree, you'll be there immediately. So.
Okay. These are all really dumb logistical questions. Like, what model is this rifle? Like,
I do promise you that like
shoot?
I got you no matter what you decide to do.
Okay. I think that it makes the most sense both with the fact that we're low-key in a public place, even though it's nighttime and it's storming, and also that Mo is worried enough that she doesn't want to be too far from him to set up in a tree in the park. I just want to make sure that I am far enough away that she won't be able to hear me or spot me when she approaches.
Okay.
So if that has to be on like the outer edge, or
you're on the
like...
outer edge then, or like just a little bit away from the outer edge. I will be just letting you know now that you will be doing act under pressure rolls sporadically depending on what happens. Essentially, you will be able to hear everything that Damien is saying and doing, and depending on what the conversation is, it might alert you in a way, so then I will ask you to do a thing. So I'm just letting you know well in advance. So
would I be able to soul search through Damien? Kind of, sort of. If he asks the questions that I need him to ask.
Okay, listen, hold on.
Because I'd be able to hear if she was...
I like that idea so much. Hold on. Give me a moment.
Okay.
If you do...
Has your entire interaction...
Go ahead. Go. What are you going to say?
Has your entire interaction with Damien not just been soul searching?
I hate you. You stop that. You stop that right now.
Oh, this is precious. All right. So if you do this or want to actively do this, I need you, while you're getting ready to split off, to use magic to do something that is beyond human limitations to set it up. So it's kind of like you're planting a mind bug through Damien right now.
Fun. I don't need to look at my weird. I know what it is. Big fat zero.
It's a big fat zero.
Yeah.
It's a goose egg.
It's a big fat zero. Whoa. Ooh. That's a 9. Does that do it?
That does it. You have a glitch though, so the effect is weakened.
Oh, great!
The effect is a short duration. You take 1 ignore armor. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. It has a problematic side effect. I really want you to choose magic draws a medium, but it's not what you're going to be what you think. So I would appreciate it, but you don't have to do it.
Well, here's the thing: is I was probably going to go for that anyway because that's just like our staple.
It is our staple.
It is our staple.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what are the other options? I'm just curious.
Is that all? The effect is weakened. The effect is a short duration. 1 harm, ignore armor. Obviously, magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. It has a problematic side effect.
Oh, problematic side effect could be fun too.
It could.
It could be fun. But if you have something in mind, I want to go with what you're doing.
Either one would be fine for me.
Those
two would be great. Whichever one you want to choose, I am fine.
Those two would be great?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for it. Wait, I need a
1 or 2.
I'm gonna need D4. 1 or 2. Odds or evens. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, it's a 2, so that'll be the second one.
Problematic side effect.
The problematic side effect. Yep.
All right. So when this happens, let's say this is when your heads touch. He leans his head against yours, and it feels like a part of you kind of like planting a seed in his mind, essentially. And this feels a little weird because you're like, oh, I could do magic, like, because like this is the first time I think you've tried to do magic ever, by yourself without help, without help from the doll maker at all. And
yeah,
he looks to you, and you hear his voice, for a split second, but he did not talk, and you're not sure what that is. It sounds like a thought just came through his like brain for a minute, and it's about you, but it's very muffled, and it's adoring, so it's like a pleasant thought essentially about you. But you don't know what that is yet, so it's just like, what? Like, so he's like, I'm gonna go, and he heads in that direction. And you kind of feel his like just wisps of his voice in the back of your head, like your brain's trying to put those wisps of words together to make sentences, and you're like, is this his thoughts? Like, am I reading his thoughts? No. So a part of you is with him so that if he asks a question, you can now use soul search through him, but side effect, you can read his mind for a little bit.
Oh no, oh god. Okay.
I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. No.
Oh, see, I can read your mind, and I know your story.
Oh my god.
See what you're going through. Yeah. So, this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun.
Awkward.
Right. So, you set up in a tree. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
okay.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Pretty close. Not close to him, but like pretty close to the outskirts. Just a little bit. And you're able to line up a really good, like, you can kind of follow him to where he decides to set up. And you get wisp of nervousness, but it's not that big in general. And concern for you, concern for the kids in the bar right now. And feeling kind of silly mentioning Delilah as like a code word, essentially, because like he's like, my dead wife, of course I mentioned her in this moment, like, so he feels a little silly, but also like he's like, no, it's a good one, like that was a good, because it is a panic situation. I feel like I would do that. So he's like processing those things, and you're trying to keep it like, I am
this
hearing
is
all
so
this.
awkward.
This is so awkward. Oh no. And the rain continues.
I can't talk to him.
Yeah, you can. You definitely cannot talk to him. And then
I think to really quickly, just as a precaution, I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Yes.
Just so I can still hear him. Good. But I just want to make sure that just in case I say something like "this bitch," it doesn't come across the line.
That would be wonderful. But yes, a smart move to mute yourself so that you can hear him. He can't hear you. And you're just going through. You can't. You're going through all of this right now. And you wait, and you don't have to wait long. The rain keeps pouring. It's not as bad. Essentially, like it keeps on ebbing and flowing. The rain like lightens up a little bit so often, and then sometimes it opens up again. You're a little annoyed, and it seems like Damien's annoyed too. Like, are you okay, Iris?
There's a lot happening here.
A lot happening. Okay. It's all good. Cat problems. You are not sure when Janice is gonna show, as the rain shifts between pouring and then lightening up and then pouring. In about like 6 or 7 minutes, you catch a glimpse of red hair down several yards down, making a turn into the park, and looking curious as she walks in. There she is. It's Janice, and looks none the wiser, entirely none the wiser. Like, oh, this is important. Very much what you expected from her. We're like, oh, I'm meeting up with someone to tell me a thing about the park, and that my opinion is needed, I suppose. But we'll see. And she walks, and then Damien like jerks his head, nods over, and you can hear him say on the speaker, it's like, hey, Janice over here. Sorry, I know it's late and it's pouring and it's horrible, but just need to talk to you for a moment. And the walk is happening. Can you act under pressure for me?
Oh no.
It's fine.
Immediately sees a vampire, freaks out.
I think it's Janice who looks normal and like, oh yeah, it can't be Janice, but also it is Janice because you know it's Janice. But look at her, like she looks like her normal professional
That's
self.
what the pressure is.
Cool. It's what you're good at.
I trusted you. Oh, it's good. Okay,
Yeah.
We're good. Okay, yeah. I'm good at this. I think. I hope.
It's up to the dice now. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me. Is it immediate? Oh. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I could fail. Hold on. I did. I failed. So don't worry. So
Thank God.
I got a 4. So Janice is walking in and takes a moment, like a step, a pause, as like she's like a yard or two away from Damien, and looks around, and then like not where you are at all, like literally like the opposite. Like if you're over there, she looked that way kind of situation. And she continues. It's like, yes, can we wrap this up quickly, because like I have somewhere that I need to be. Like I'm kind of tracking down a lead on my own. What did you see? And then you hear Damien's like, well, there was a couple people had went to the storage unit, essentially, and there's a lot of information there. Mo was supposed to go there with their team, but a lot of stuff happened today, so a separate team decided to go and check that out, and it looks like there was a lot of paperwork having to do with automatons and stuff, like maybe a workshop of some sort. And then I heard that I'm a little concerned by this, and Mo, you don't know this because a lot happened today, that one of the cells, my understanding, hasn't made contact in a little bit, and I'm a little worried about them. I kind of led them here, found out here this is the last place that they were seen, but otherwise, I don't know. I was hoping that you could help me find something in regards to that. And Janice, like, gives a look through that. Janice gives a look like, oh, that's unfortunate. Do you know which team it was? Like, he's like, oh, it was Freelancer Cell 3. So they just got together, all freelancers. No one has heard from them in a little bit. Do you know where they last set up? Last were? And then Mo, you feel that this is the first time you're experiencing this. There's like a aura that fills your vision, like very much like an iridescent lens on the sides of your eyes kind of situation. Like, ooh, oh, this is weird. Like it's weird.
It's gonna affect my ability.
It seems like it just pulses into your vision for a minute to like let you know, like, hey. And then Janice is like, well, if I last checked, they were supposed to go check out Central Park, because there was a few sightings of people, joggers at night going through, which they shouldn't be doing anyway, and going missing. So it's the last place I sent them, but I don't know. But you said you saw signs of them here. That was the truth, Mo.
That was the truth?
Yeah, so if you want to roll weird, you totally can.
I'm gonna put these dice down. You're going to bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Go somewhere else. Okay. All right.
You're fine.
Don't fuck me. I got an 8.
You got an 8. So with that, I think you get...
I hold 1.
You just hold 1.
No, wait. Yes.
Yep. I think you hold 1 and not the wiser, essentially. So
yes.
Which one would you like to use? Which question from Soul Search would you like to use?
I'm going to say, who is the doll maker to you?
That is a great fucking question. Thank you. My gosh. Ooh, this is a complicated answer too. Who is the doll maker to Janice Cullen? So you feel... This feels so weird because you're doing this through Damien, who's doing it through like talking to Janice. So it's like a several layers of separation kind of situation to get into her mind. Yeah. So it feels a lot like you're looking through a lens a little bit. Whereas normally it just seems like it's your own eyes like you're looking through. And you see someone in a dark place, like a cavernous location, probably a subway system of some sort, and a group of people are hustling through. It seems like they're wearing like kind of black soppy, but it's very like old timey a little bit, so maybe like at least 100 years or so in terms of like the look. And they are kind of coming up on a scene, essentially, of something ritualistic. It looks like something was put up and put in place to do something, and all the components of it have already been expended. So, like, scorch, the smell of things being used already. And they come across someone who is in the middle, who's, like, crouched down, and they seem extremely distraught. And you see for a moment like jet black hair and pale skin from behind, as from this viewpoint of whoever it is, probably Janice, reaches forward to grab that person by the shoulder. And then it switches over to a moment where talking with someone in the core, that person turned them around, seems like a jump. That person looks really pale, kind of sickly. Something's wrong with them, maybe. But Mo, you know exactly who this is. You've seen this picture before. This person has pale skin, freckles. You can see the color of them now because it was a sepia black and white photo. Brilliant green eyes, really brilliant green eyes, and wavy black hair. And they look at Janice and they smile, like a very kindly smile, like, hey, like in terms of, hey, what's going on? How was the day? And they're talking in the office, Arcane Core. And it seems like they're divulging their day to each other. And there's like moments of repressed desire is what you're getting the vibe of. Like they want to cross the boundary, but then they're not really talking about it. And just smiling really kindly. And then that's all you get. So you're getting the vibe of like the Janice sees this person as someone that she cares for very much. And doll maker, was that the doll maker? Or was that just who I saw? Because that's what you said. Like that's what you wanted to look into. So yeah.
Oh, curious. Do those eyes look familiar to me?
Have you seen the green eyes before?
Yeah, I don't know. Have I? It just sounds familiar. It sounds familiar to Jazz, so I'm trying to track.
It sounds familiar to Jazz. I don't think Mo saw
that...
them. I don't think Mo saw them at all.
Okay, yeah. Okay, valid.
I believe Cordelia might have seen them, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, that's fun and weird.
Also, act under pressure, please.
Ah, heck.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 12.
Good.
Yeah.
So you see this, and it's kind of lining up with a couple of things that you saw before, from the help of Audrey, and you're like, oh shit, kind of situation. Like you kind of lose your breath a little bit, and your handling on the rifle shifts, but you don't make a big noise. You don't do anything. You're able to like steal it pretty quickly. And Damien continues. Yeah. So someone had told me that they might have ended up here. I really haven't seen anything, but this seems like a really pressing issue, right? If members already went missing, day 2 of things, I was wondering maybe you could help me like track down something here, right? And she essentially is like, yeah, I can, but I don't think we need to. I mean, I could still do a search with you, but I don't know what I can do differently than you could do on your own. Like, but I can do a quick search with you if that's what you need. I kind of know what some of them were wearing, maybe some like personal effects that they might have had that you might be able to find. But I do have to leave like within like a few minutes, if that's okay. And it's and they start searching, and unfortunately, I don't think Damon's gonna ask any more questions unless you ask him to do that.
Yeah. And I can't. I mean, I can read his mind. Can I put my thoughts into his brain?
Yes, you can. It's there. The pathway's there.
Try.
So yeah. You do not have to roll, you do not have to roll anything. You have this. So, like this is like this is a two-way communication that you did not realize that you had. So that if you want to, you can implant that in his brain.
Yeah. I think firstly that I don't realize that it's two-way, and so I will like think in my brain I need him to ask another question, and if that like transports into his thoughts, that'd be great.
He turns a little bit because he doesn't want to like not have his eye on Janice, and like you kind of see like he's processing something from the distance that you're at. And he says like, actually, one other question I have for you. I don't remember what their names are in terms of like one of them. I don't remember one name of one of the members. Could you tell me? Because like I can note that and send it to command center later. And she's like, oh yeah, and gives the name of the person, and it is true. No. What?
One more time.
One more time.
Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh Lord. Oh, I got a 7 though. It's okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Okay. All right. One more question.
One more question, and then I think I'll be okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, but that would be so good. No, I don't need it though. I'm going to say tell me one secret you haven't told me.
Janice hasn't told you? I have one, and it's a big one. I forgot about it. She's the reason why that cell's not being responded. You don't scream that in the tree, do you?
No, I don't scream it. I don't scream it, but I do. I do like.
she's the reason why that cell is missing. And the thing is, this is not the first time that that's happened, where she's set up a cell to fall like this. This is practiced.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How much time has passed? It's only been like a few minutes,
It's
right?
only been a few minutes.
10 minutes? 10 minutes since we left the club, though, ish?
Mm-hmm. No, let's say 15, because, like, you had to set up. This is all, like, yeah.
Okay. Have the kids found the million? Oh boy.
What are you gonna do with this information? I will also ask you to do act under pressure again, because you just found out that she might be the reason why some cells have done full wipeouts or have gone missing. What is it? Please. Yes! Ooh, for story. Let's go.
I was gonna say, can I just say that I lose my shit a little bit, though? Because that makes sense. I feel like.
How do you lose your shit in the tree? Well.
How do I lose my shit in the tree? I think I will say it, actually. I think I will just say out loud, this bitch.
Okay.
And then I cock my rifle. I'm gonna go after her.
You gonna do it? Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Shoot this biatch. Is that kick some ass? That
is kick some ass if you're gonna shoot her.
I am gonna shoot her. I'm gonna shoot this biatch. Part of me is like concerned that she is gonna catch on to him.
So far, no. Perhaps if something else happened, but this is just because of act under pressure for you.
Oh, gotcha. Well, too late now. Oh dear. Plus tough. Okay, one sec. What's my tough? Is it +2?
Is it?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's an 8 total.
All right, so this is traded damage somehow.
I know.
So we'll see how this one goes. So
you're
like, this bitch, and then like no, she's got to die essentially. Like you aim the rifle, and you release, take the breath, hold it. She kind of, in the moment that you release, stops. And then in the next breath, you see her head turn on a swivel to you. It's very jarring. It feels like superimposed kind of situation. Instead of like you see the turn, she just is looking at you all of a sudden. You see red eyes blaring through the rain at you at the tree. And it does hit her though. So how much does the sniper do?
Then I shoot her.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Hold on.
4.
4 harm. Far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you aiming?
Yeah, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna roll for it. Do I have the presence of mind, or do I just want to kill her? Oh, okay. I do have the presence of mind. Yay. So I am going to. I'm gonna aim for the chest.
You're aiming for the chest.
In like a general, incapacitate kind of. Oh, maybe leg would make more sense. I'm gonna aim for the leg, like a thigh-ish area.
You aim for the thigh, and you hit. She takes 4 harm, immediately collapses. Doesn't release a scream though. And
that's disappointing.
It's more like a muffled kind of situation because she realizes she got essentially, like this was happening.
Yeah.
And traded damage. What does Janice do to Mo from all the way in this distance right now? that is
I don't know. I'm afraid.
Actually, she takes 1 less harm because she's immortal. So she took 3 damage instead. Yeah.
This bitch.
She's gonna take her turn to try to stand again, and fails very badly. And she does take the harm anyway, because it hurt a lot more than she thought. So she took 1 harm trying to regain. You kind of see from the distance and probably from the zoom on your scope, that she looked like she was trying to do some form of blood magic, over the shot to regain energy. And you see for the first time in a very long time through the scope, she looks at you, and you've never seen Janice smile before. I don't think you have. Not usually a light smile. This is a crooked, toothy, oh, I see you, smile.
Oh, good. Okay. All right.
And then you see Damien like look to where you shot and then immediately draw his weapon and take several steps back. And then from his headphones, you hear like, oh, I see how it is. And we are going to go to break, everybody. Thank you so much for that. And we'll be back shortly. Take care. Hello, everyone. Before we return to Arcane Core Blackout, we would like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Evil Hat Productions. Also, as a thank you to all who are watching today, Othersider Studios and Evil Hat would like to present discount codes for Monster of the Week hardcover edition or Tome of Mysteries, a Monster of the Week supplement. Use code ARCANE20, that's ARCANE20, on checkout at evilhat.com when purchasing one of these items for 20% off of your purchase. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, back to Blackout. Hi, and welcome back. Man, this is great. Yo, I am what? This is a lot. So, I think everyone's doing really phenomenally today, like super phenomenally. So much so I believe you should tip these wonderful people. They are putting so much energy, time. Like this is like a movie. Like my goodness. So yes, please tip them. You can put tip exclamation tip in the chat. And either that or go to pally.gg/tip/Othersider Studios. It'd be greatly appreciated. So thank you. We go from the rain, the red eyes blazing through, and Mo's position being found out, to the semi-quiet of the Nightingale, the lower level, as the crowd is trying to figure out what happened and being told that they were going to get free drinks as they try to figure out what's going on with the technical. Cameron, you grab Marcus by the wrist and tug him through to the back. So like not necessarily the green room, but there's like a space behind the stage, because the green room's upstairs. And he looks dazed and then looks down at you and then like raises an eyebrow like, everything okay? Like, I mean, like, gotta kind of fix it. I know how to fix the stuff if anything's wrong. So
We're backstage, right?
Yeah.
Like we're away from people.
Yeah. No one can see.
Okay. So she's very much Cameron again. She's like, okay, you went in hunt mode almost.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you were ready to like kill. Like you were not okay. You don't remember?
No.
Yeah. You were ready to kill Ezra, who's here, by the way. Let's talk about that.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Ezra's here and Iris is here. I don't know why.
oh no. Not Iris, sorry.
Or
Cassie, sorry.
There's no difference.
Same person.
Same person.
Same person.
Same person.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
My brain just broke for a second. I'm so sorry.
You're totally fine.
But Cassie is here too.
Oh, well.
So I don't know what's going on, but you might want to contact someone. Because why are they here? Didn't really look like they were here for the concert.
No. I mean, well, actually, I don't know if you told Marcus this, but like, Keeper, didn't you like text them about Millie being here or like a missing person being here?
I forgot.
You're fine.
Never mind.
I don't think Marcus knows that though. So like, he's like, I don't know. Like,
I kind of did text everyone and say that Millie's here. So.
Oh, then yeah.
There's that.
Like that's his
That's
cousin.
probably why they're here.
That's his cousin. Like,
Yeah.
he's been looking for them forever.
Yeah, well, things would have been fine if you hadn't suddenly tried to go beast mode.
I didn't do that. That I don't do that with people.
Yes, you did. There were some, I even saw it for a second. There were some like weird like things, like something has you, man. We got to get you checked out.
And not any like kind of pulls his shirt like down to look for like black veins or something. He's like, oh.
No, it's like invisible. It's like you can't really see it. It's not actually something is controlling you. I don't know what happened that the other day. Was it what day was it that the car stuff happened?
The night,
That
the
he
night
got
before,
attacked
the night before. Yeah.
the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened yesterday, but I think it might have something to do with this.
I kind of still need to do my job, Cam. Like,
I hear you. I hear you. I do. But we also don't need you going werewolf
what
in the middle of a
you said it triggered when I saw Ezra.
packed public place.
When
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't get another fill-in right now for you.
I mean, I kind of did destroy the equipment.
You did what?
I don't think I'm going back on.
Oh.
I have a feeling I'm not going back on. But I had to because you were about to like, you know.
1 second. He like rolls his eyes and like rolls his eyes up to the ceiling as if thinking. Arms crossed over his chest as he's thinking about it. I have a blank spot in memory yesterday. They said it wasn't dollmaker related. I'm really having a hard time. I did go to, I think I went to Caligo Avenue because I knew I was supposed to go there to drop off something for one of the bar owners, but making my usual runs. That's it. And then home. Woke up at home. Either I met a demon or I met a vampire yesterday because memory wiping and stuff like that, but like blacking out when someone shows up, that's a very particular command though. Then if it is, so it's upon this person appearing, do X. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't know how to break that, actually. I know nothing about that, so I don't, like, I would need help to do that. I might need Ezra's help because Ezra would know how to do that, but if I want to either attack him or something when I see him, then it's not really going to be helpful.
No, you can't go back out there right now. I can't.
Okay.
Oh no, this is such a bad idea.
I can leave. Like, I can just go up the stairs. You can tell me where Ezra is. I just won't look.
No, we need to fix this.
Fix what?
Whatever's going on with you. We need to get it. No, wait, the stage. Don't worry about the stage right now. We need to fix you. We need to fix your brain.
Well, I don't know anybody here that could help me right now. Maybe he like goes to his phone. Like, I was like, I'm not really a magic user person. Like, I don't have anyone like really in my cell that could besides Ezra. And if Millie's here, maybe Millie could help.
This is such a bad idea. I need you to go to the dressing room.
Okay.
Go to the dressing room and stay there. Don't leave.
I will, yes, thank you for the order. I will make sure that I go to the dressing room and sit. How about that?
Yeah. Don't leave.
I won't leave. Nods and carefully walks out and tries not to look. Because, like, the way that it's set up, it's like he could just walk out and up the stairs without looking back at the crowd. So he's going to do that and step out before you step out. And he goes upstairs. You can kind of see him, the back of his feet, go up the stairs, essentially.
Where's Amber?
She is like out in the front of the stage. Probably like technicians are like looking at what happened, essentially, to see.
do I have to like go through people to get to her?
No, not really. Like you could just like go through the front
Oh,
and then
okay.
like hop up on the stage.
Okay. I'm gonna like sneak around and be like, Amber, I need you. I need you.
Right now, like we're trying to fix this right now.
Yes, right now. This is really important.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
Do you see those people over there? The one with the hair?
Which hair, dear? Everyone here has some really
with
weird hair.
the like the white hair. With the white hair. Standing with the girl over there.
Yeah, I see him. Oh yeah, like
Those
that's
two.
the owner.
I need you to pull them backstage.
Why?
Backstage.
Your wish is
what
my
is it called?
desire.
Backstage.
Like your wish is my desire. I will bring them backstage for you. And she rolls her eyes and then like does like a little dip, and turns to like the crew that's working to fix things. Like, I'll be right back. Keep working. And then she hops down off the stage, and then tells people to move. Like, out of my way. Gross. Like, and all this other stuff. As like she's walking towards Millie and lady that you don't know, in terms of over there. You do know.
Oh, sorry. I wanted her to get
Ezra,
Cordelia, Ezra, and Cassie.
Whoa. Okay. So we're gonna turn over then to Ezra and Cordelia, who just tapped Millie on the shoulder, who's turning around. Millie does a triple take at y'all. And immediately looks like they're getting ready to run or make a run for it. Ezra grabs them by the shoulder. Hey, cuz, how are you doing? I would like to talk to you for a minute. You don't mind if I talk to my... No, you don't. And then like literally pulls Millie. And the woman's like, oh, we were having a conversation, but yeah, just they need to be back here to finish their shift. Right? They need to finish their shift. Millie just nods, but allows Ezra to pull them a few feet away. And Millie's like, what are y'all doing here? Like, you should leave now. Ezra just shakes his head. It's like, I don't get it. Like, you left. You didn't think that I was gonna try to find you. I'm confused. Like, what happened, Mills? Like, whatever's going on, we can help you, obviously. No, you can't. I'm sorry, Ezra, but please leave. I have things that I need to do. And don't make this harder than it already is. Just go. Cordelia, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm not even playing with the laughable idea that whatever person Millie was talking to is human. So I'm just gonna straight up monster empathy, just right out of the gate.
So are you just literally like, while they're having this conversation over Millie's shoulder, like, who are you, bitch? Like,
yes.
So yeah, roll for it. Do it.
That is a 13.
Get it. Okay, cool. Monster empathy.
Yes.
I think you just hold 2 and you can ask any of those questions.
Yes. What do they desire most?
They want Millie to completely give into their urges, to give up their humanity. And they're so very close.
And what would they accept as good enough for now, just to keep it snappy?
Would they accept it good enough for now? If not, to give in, to do one of the tasks that they have given them to do, which is to kill, like, you know that both of those things that Millie was thinking, either kill a dollmaker or kill Chris Stevens. Kill Chris Stevens is the highest priority for this person, but like as a laughable second option that will probably never happen because it's a doll maker, they're kind of laughing in their head about it. Like, yeah, kill a doll maker, have fun with that. that's not gonna happen. But the more obvious one is kill this puny human Chris. So
Gotcha. Then, so am I over next to Ezra and Millie, or am I next to?
You're next to Ezra and Millie, but like you're
unidentified
looking
fourth party?
behind them at Miss R, essentially, who essentially lifts her eyes to look at you and then does the dainty wave at you as you make eye contact.
Then yeah, I will. I'm just gonna be right over and just like still keeping an eye on, like, not like leaving, but getting a little bit closer to the lady and just, hey,
Ezra, as you get ready to do that, like Ezra, like while only looking at Millie and having this conversation, his hand grabs yours immediately without looking at you, like essentially, like nope. He knows you too well now. Like, sorry.
That's fair.
You just told him that there was a threat next to Millie. Like, he's like, don't go to the threat. Why? Please don't.
There's a threat. You want me to not look into it? I want to see what's up. I'm going to just like not like break out of his like grasp, but like interlace our hands or like our fingers and just get like a few more like inches closer to her. Just
Sorry. He just like glares at you, but like lets you do it. Obviously, he's like, God damn it!
Talk to your cousin. Do you mind me asking a question real quick?
I do mind, but go off.
That's okay. I was gonna push on either way, but I figured
Seems
I'd
like
ask.
you were that type, dear.
Why do you? Thanks. Why do you want Chris dead?
Gosh darn it, Iris! I threw my dice.
She is so chaotic. She is so chaotic. I love it so much.
I love it so much. You have no idea.
And like, I assume there's like a susurrus all about, and so like no, not like anyone could like actually hear me. Like I'm talking at like a manageable volume so that she can hear me, but not anyone else around us.
She
looks maybe
at you.
Ezra can, but
she looks at you. There's like a pause as she's processing the question. Her facial expressions don't really change that much. But she gives like the sweetest smile back. Why do you need to know?
well, I mean, I'm certainly not above murder. And so maybe we could help each other out.
So what are you? Let me get this straight. Like she like straightens up, because she was like leaning on the bar. So like, what are you offering here? What is your angle?
I mean, we miss Millie, and I don't exactly know what Millie sees in you or vice versa, but
just being sassy with all the dark entities up in this thing. Okay? like this...
And I don't mean that as hostile so much as we've had a long day, let's say, and I just want to make sure that my friend is okay and that my family is okay. And I don't know why certain people have allowed Chris to try and be brought back, but I would certainly like to know how he plays into all this and if killing him is what we're going to do already, then maybe I can help. I'm not trying to make a deal with you necessarily.
I know you're not. It sounds like you are, because that looks at the back of Millie's head. That's their agenda. That's what I asked them to do in order to break contract with me. If they wanted to, like, separate from me officially. Oh, hello, I'm the infernal that they took blood from so that they could enhance their magical abilities. Didn't do their research, found out it was the wrong type of blood, and here I am. Now, Chris has knowledge in his head that should better stay buried. And I would like to keep it that way. He likes to talk. Can't keep his mouth shut. And likes to get people in trouble. I want to keep it that way by killing him. I was so close for it last time, but I didn't have a foothold in Millie's brain yet. All I could do was give an urge. And that's all I had. But now,
Gotcha.
I can give a specific order, and then Millie can have their abilities, and I can have my dead Chris. And move on with my job.
Would you be comfortable making an addendum to Millie's deal with you, I guess? Where they don't have to be the one to kill him?
Are you extending it so that, like, if you or Millie, or you, Millie, or looks over at Ezra, who slowly side-eyes her from talking to Millie, or Ezra Todd, if one of
just
you...
slowly, like, encroach into the view so that she doesn't see Ezra. I mean, I was more thinking myself, but...
So you, then, you or Millie, kill Chris Stevens. You're okay with
Maybe.
that?
With what, a little blood on my hands?
She peers at you, like leans forward and looks at you. Fails. Gives you a once over. For someone who looks so sweet, you're quite brutal. I'm okay with it if your leash is okay with it, and looks at Ezra. Ezra, like, stops conversations, like, and pulls you away, because he's like letting you do this, right? Like, he's like, I'm never gonna be able to stop you, right? Like, he's given up on this.
When he pulls me towards him, the body goes, but I would like for the soul to remain
roll
there.
Magic, Iris. like, roll to use magic right now. No, you don't do that. You're unable to do that. You try to, like, astral project out of your body, and you just can't.
That's a level, by the way.
I see. I'm looking. I was like, level up. Awesome. I love this. So you try to do that. It hurts. Like, you're still kind of sore from the last time you did this. So your soul does not want to leave your body because it's kind of bruised, is the best way to put it from that process. And Ezra stands in front of you, essentially, like, no deals. We're not killing anybody. We do need Chris.
I'm not.
There's this...
No deals. No new deals.
No new deals. This is technically an old one being redone. I feel like you're trying to find a loophole.
That would be, yes.
No.
It's not a trick. It's just...
It feels like a trick. It's
just like semantics.
It is semantics. It's also very much tricky. Like... Corey, stop.
That's just me, and that's not. It's not. Okay, I'm Millie, by the way.
Hi, Corey. You need to leave. Okay, I'll come find you right after tonight. Okay, I promise. But right now you can't be here. Especially, looks at Ezra. You you can't be here. Like, I don't even know why you're... Shouldn't you be in, like, a safe house or something at this point?
I'll go find Willow. I'm keeping eyes on you, though.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. Kind of have to be here. And at that exact moment, a woman with curly brown hair, tan skin, in a business suit, walking kind of like this with her heels in your direction, telling people, move, get out of the way, excuse me, hello, yes. You, right? You with the hair, which is a weird choice, but okay. Like pointing at Ezra, and Ezra just like kind of gives her a once over, like, can I help you? He's like, yes, Polly Pocket wants to talk to you. You too. Millie looks kind of jealous, to be honest. Like, Millie's like, what? Like, that's rude. Like, looks at Ezra. Ezra looks at them like, oh my god. Like, they have a moment, despite the situation of, like, wait, what, really? Like, oh, yeah, that's, why? And she's like, I don't know. Okay, like, I don't understand what Polly Pocket wants half the time. All right, just follow me back here. And, I'll bring them back. Like talk to them. And you're like, sorry, by the way, the show will continue in a bit. And, like, you just, like, chill out, obviously, relax. And, we'll get this started. And then brings these two backstage to Polly Pocket. Goes through the crowd. I think the crowd's a little jealous because they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on backstage right now. Like, oh, a random person in the crowd going backstage where Polly Pocket was. That's some bullshit, right? Like, but people are being respectful. And Ezra looks down at you when he sees you, Cameron, and is trying to, like, not be starstruck. So, like, very much seen, you know, like, where it's just like, yes. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Is there... You said you wanted to see me.
Yes, I saw the two of you from the stage. I wanted to have a little conversation with you. Actually, Amber, could you give us a second?
Yeah, whatever. And then, like, she, like
Thank
puts her hand in the air and, like, goes back to the crowd. And it's just y'all three in the back now.
Okay, this sucks that I have to do
What
this,
the
but
fuck?
What are you...
hi, it's me. It's Cameron.
Like, Ezra,
listen,
like, leans
I
down
don't
to look
have
at
time.
you in the face. like, is that you? Cameron, you're Polly Pocket?
Yes, it's me. Just, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, sorry.
What's important right now is Marcus is being controlled by something that basically made him want to kill you. We need to fix him because he was about to attack you. That's why I sabotaged the show.
Oh, you did that.
What happened with Marcus? Wait, what?
It's weird. So Marcus got attacked yesterday. Doesn't know why. Went to the doctor people. They said it was not the doll maker, but something is controlling him right now because as soon as he saw Ezra, he went hunt mode.
I'm just gonna slowly turn to Ezra and just make like a scratch over the eyes mark. Like, do we think this is Janice?
Like, he, like, thinks about it, like, that kind of would make sense. I don't know how old she is, though.
I mean,
like the older that she is,
Janice?
the more potent.
More powerful.
Yeah.
Janice is a vampire. And the mole, by the way. I mean, she could.
What?
I thought I had the shocking news. Okay.
I mean, it's still very shocking. Looks down at you, like Ezra's looking down.
No, yeah. Also, Mo and Damien are off talking with Janice.
That's probably...
Who we just learned is a vampire?
And the mole?
And evil?
Hopefully we can get to them quickly, but our goal was to try to get Millie, my cousin, out of here and leave, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Not right now, anyway. But Millie said that we'll meet up later. But
I can make it happen.
I don't like that look in your face. Like, it
I
looks
do.
I think the reason why is because he sees it very often with you, Cordelia. But why? What do you?
She'll kind of like pop out, Amber.
Like Amber
Really
just
quick.
like pinches the bridge of her nose from anywhere she is because like she can hear you. Yes. What is it? Looks back at you.
I need you to also grab them. And points to Millie.
Millie and Miss R were like getting ready to have a conversation again, and it's like, hey, you, hair, weird hair, also weird hair. Follow your twin, I guess, back there, okay? And she just like looks up at this tall woman on heels and like, yeah, whatever, and like looks back at Miss R, follows the path, goes backstage. I would say the crowd is starting to get a little suspicious now because y'all are passing through the crowd to get to the back a little bit. They don't care, apparently. So like they're just
Nice.
like, oh, is this like friends of Polly Pocket maybe? And like it's like oh, just like
Yeah.
they're exclusive, right? Like that's fine. It's different if like a rando, but it seems like they all knew each other kind of situation. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. So people are starting to talk amongst themselves, but ignoring it. And Millie shows up and tries to hide a smile as they step to the back. Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, thanks, Amber. Bye. Bye, Amber.
I can't stand you. Like she just like literally walks back into the crowd. Thanks, bye.
Okay. Look, whatever is going on, we need to fix this right now.
Fix what?
Um,
I'm confused. I would say that. Did you want to just catch
Oh,
Millie up to speed?
right.
Like just say that you catch her up. To speed.
So yeah, like catches her up just being like, okay, Marcus, werewolf, vampire, like just does like a whole quick little story. It's like, and so we need to probably go catch up with Mo, but first we need to figure out what's going on with Marcus and fix that. So he's like, kill this rat.
Ezra and Millie share a look, and Millie's like, I think I can do something. Doesn't seem like it works with me, but like I can try. I would advise someone
That
watch me
is
though.
better than I can do.
Mhm.
It looks at Cassie like can't be Ezra, so it's up to you. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, I can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks.
I look at Ezra and then
He nods and is like, all right, see you in a bit. And I would say
kiss on my cheek.
thanks.
Oh.
Be careful, obviously. And you go up the stairs with Millie to. I'm assuming like Cameron, you say like, oh, in my green room, go up, and that's where it is. And you were
In the green. Oh yeah, tells him he's in the green room. Yeah.
you were left back there with Ezra, who is just staring at you and just like ever so often just like tilts his head at you, and it's just like, I knew you look familiar.
Oh my gosh.
What? I'm a fan. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that really. It's just this wasn't supposed to happen. This has never had to happen before, but
I mean, we work in
for the first time, two of my jobs mixed.
We work in a super secret society where we have to hide our identities from the normal lives of people. I'm pretty certain everyone here can keep your secret as who you are, by the way. So
Yeah, I know. It's honestly kind of the least of my worries right now. I just wanted to make sure Marcus was okay.
well, that's really kind. And I don't know what's going on, but best way to put it, it could just be a high level mesmerized situation, especially if given a command for a specific person to trigger it that way. I don't know if the command was to kill me, but it could have been something.
You look like he was ready to kill you.
Well, that's terrifying. Either kill or take. Either way. I've been dealing with that.
Be bad.
I've been dealing with that all day. So yeah. So this is a nice reprieve from the crowds outside. So thanks.
Oh yeah, no problem. Do you want anything? I can grab you something.
It's fine. Like he just like smiles, like trying to think, because he was half tempted to ask for like an autograph. He's like, I'll wait. It's fine. But yeah, y'all have that moment. We're gonna go to Mo and Damien, who's in the middle of combat in the rain in the park. You had shot Janice. Janice is a little prone right now. Tried to get up and failed, and took 4 damage. And Damien took a step back as well to get ready for fighting. He's more in a supportive role, I suppose, in terms of if she starts coming his way, he'll be ready, or if she starts going towards you, he'll do something kind of situation. Now that the combat has popped off, I'm going to say what is the order here? 1 second. Let's give it a look. What's the initiative? Let's see.
Initiative.
Oh, Janice starts. Okay.
Sure. Oh, does she? Okay,
yeah.
Great. That's fine.
All right, so we'll see. So she's able to she's prone, but all she does to take her turn is to heal 2 damage from her wound. So she has now only 2 harm, and she's able to start standing as she starts regenerating essentially. And now it is your turn.
How annoying. I'm gonna shoot her again.
You're gonna shoot her again. Kick some ass as you load up on the next round.
Bitch.
Oh dear.
What was that? Come on.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
6.
Make sure you mark your experience here. So
I just leveled, so
good. I'm gonna ask, do you have anything that you would like to take right now that could be helpful to you at all? I'm just saying that just because I'm curious, because you're in the middle of combat. If you don't,
I'm also curious. Let's peek through here what I have. Retire this hunter to save. No, I'm kidding.
Not where you are. I just peace out. I sent out a shot and I'm safe.
Lol.
While you're peering, I'll describe what happens. You sent off. You're fine. You sent off a shot, and she's able to dip out of literally as soon as you release. It's she knew exactly where you were aiming for and was able to dip out of range, and that's extremely impressive for the fact that it was a sniper rifle shot. And it beds into the path, the cobblestone underneath her, behind her. Where her head was, it misses, and she is going to start going your direction. It is now Damien's turn. Let's see. Ooh, he just passed. He takes his 9mm and takes a shot at his shoulder. She whirls on him, and aims for him instead. So she's gonna walk towards him instead.
Oh hell no!
She took 1 damage from his gun, I believe. Let me double check how much damage that does again. Yeah, she only took 1 harm. It was really loud, but the rain is very loud and there is thundering happening outside, so it might have been mistaken for thunder for somebody at the moment.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and up my tough because I think I'm gonna need it right now.
Yeah, this is a perfect timing to do so. So yeah, up your tough.
This would be a good time to do it. I feel let's make me a little extra badass. All right, cool.
I'm gonna say that you using your advanced improvement because you can only do up to 2 for your basic improvement. But
yes, that was the
okay.
one that I was intending.
Sweet. All right, cool. So you got some decent tough going on. It is your turn now.
Yeah.
You see that Janice
Cool.
is now, the best way to put it, for you haven't seen this in a while because you haven't really fought a vampire in a while, but she looks like she's moving a little too, I don't know how to put it, but it's like looking at someone in 4K sped up a little bit. So it looks like she's moving twice the speed to get to Damien, who was able to hit her but didn't do that much damage, only 1 damage, and he's taking a step back as he's doing another shot. It's your turn, so do what you want to do. You got tough now.
I am tough now, so I am going to shoot her again. She's going for Damien though, so I am my instinct is panic, so I'm going to go for a headshot.
All right, cool.
And regardless of whether I hit her or not, I am going to scramble down this tree and I'm going to book it towards them.
Okay.
Oh, that was not good. Okay, that is what's my tough again?
3.
That's a 7.
Wow. Are you sure?
Wait, that's an 8.
Okay.
Math.
So maths. Okay. Another thing you can do, because leave no one behind can be activated now because you're in combat. You're helping someone escape or get out of a situation right now. If you want to roll sharp, you can.
I shall roll sharp. My sharp is only +2. Wow. So it's a 7. It's a 7.
Okay.
But wow, like, you're done. You're done.
You can either give them.
Why are you failing me now?
You can either get them out or suffer no harm. So he won't be able to get out. He can suffer no harm if, like, she's. So I would say in what you're doing, he chooses not to leave. This is like leave no one behind, essentially. So, like, he's choosing to stay to help you, obviously. You did 8. So you did 3 damage just because of her immortal status. You aim for where? For her?
I aimed for her head. That was a headshot.
Oh, jeez.
It could just, like, skim her face or something. I don't know. If it just does.
I would say it didn't hit the head,
like
but it did hit the neck, shoulder region, like right here. And a lot of damage has been done there. She kind of falls forward, but was able to get to Damien enough, so, like, she kind of grabs at his ankle, and she does 2 damage at his, like, leg and ankle to grab him, and doesn't let go. She's burying her claws, essentially, that is starting to turn into claws into his ankle and calf muscles.
Yeah, I would like to book it there.
Okay.
I would like to. Would no limits apply to this?
What do you want to do with it?
I haven't used this move before.
You have not.
Well, so no limits is, yeah, I know. No limits is when you push your physical body past its limit. Roll weird, which that might go interestingly, but so basically all I want to do is get there. I just want to get there. So I just want to be faster than I suppose I should be.
Okay, so that works. Let me just check. No limits. Roll weird to get there before. Do you want to try to get there before she hurts him? Because she's in a really prone state. Like, you just, like, did a total of 7 damage to her. Like, 7. Yeah, she recovered some of it, but, like, you just shot her neck and shoulder. So, like, she needs to do something about that.
If I can get there. Yeah, if I can get there before she hurts him, that would be great.
All right.
If I can't get there, that's fine. I just want to be in an advantageous position where she will abandon him and go for me instead. That is my intention.
Okay. That makes sense. For trying to get there sooner rather than later. So you're pushing your limits. It feels like well, actually, roll, and then I'll tell you what happens, because
I had to roll.
Yeah, you gotta see how much you're pushing your limits here.
I'm gonna use a luck.
Okay, man, like.
Yeah, I that's a no. I cannot believe I just rolled another 6. I'm so angry. It's fine.
Okay. So with a 10 or
Wow.
more, your
Wow,
body
wow, wow.
obeys your will to the limits of physical possibility. So you just do it fine. It feels like you skipped ahead a little bit, where like your body would normally be like, oh man, like through rain, through exertion, through sudden fear, this might not work, but you feel like double time for a split second. And you get there.
I'm in 4K.
And just because you got a 10, you do get there before she digs further in. So he will suffer just 1 damage instead of 2. And you're able to pull him out of her grasp before she clamps down, essentially.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Cool.
It is you went. It is her turn. She fails trying to recover health. So she takes 1 more damage and she hisses as she tries to stand. And she looks up at you like, oh, that vampire hunter situation is coming through, isn't it? I would say sorry,
What are
but
you
I'm
doing?
not. What do you mean, what am I doing?
What are you doing? With the doll maker, with the cell, what are you doing?
You haven't figured that out yet? You found out I'm the mole. You must have found out more information, Mariah Jackson.
Was any of it real? Any of it?
What?
What you said at the wake?
Yes.
What?
Of course it was. I might.
Is that a lie?
Oh, you would know that, wouldn't you? It is not a lie. No, she didn't mean it.
Oh, interesting.
She's like, of course. But I have a job to do. And it's above you.
How so?
Even though you see like she's a normal person would be gone by now, obviously, like, so she's like slowly standing even though she took an additional harm, and she's trying to crack and get back into position, and you can kind of see this red energy of magic, blood magic, trying to stitch her back together. She like says like, there's more going on than you think, and this is above Arcane Core. This is above you. I can't tell you. Why would I do that? You have a weird way of just popping up everywhere you're not supposed to.
Job.
I mean, you were a slayer for a reason. And one of the best.
I was. Let me show you why that's still true. I'm gonna pull out my handgun. I'm gonna shoot her in the face.
Shoot her in the face. Do it.
I'm gonna shoot her in the face.
Let's go.
Hold on. I don't trust these anymore. Hold on. These are 2 different ones.
Okay.
Completely new. Otherwise, I'm just gonna blame myself. Jesus. That's a 9.
Okay. Oh. I'm like, because you have 3 tough, like, so that's why I'm like, no. Like, it's still
I rolled
like...
a 5 and a 1.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what
man.
to tell you. I keep rolling 1s and 4s, and it's making me sad.
All right, so it is traded damage. You aim to take shooter in the face. You're pretty close to her now, and
Yep.
you shoot. You only do 1 damage. Like, she dips out of range immediately. And she's going to like tackle you, essentially, like a burst of energy, like tackle you to the ground, essentially, and hold you down with her claws by your neck, and she could do more damage, but it looks like, because you know vampires, you fought them, she could do a lot more damage, and she's not, but you're going to take 2 damage unless you have armor. I feel like you do. Do you have armor?
I do have armor.
Okay, so you take 1 damage.
I do.
Instead.
My jacket.
Yeah. So like it's kind of like coming up to block your neck a little bit, so it took some of the cushion. You only take 1 damage. as she's trying to either incapacitate you. Let's see if she's trying to kill you. Who knows? So it's Damien's turn.
What does that mean?
He tackles her off of you, essentially.
Oh God, why? Jeez.
And he tries to get, like, his goal was to try to, like, incapacitate her and kind of do the same thing she was doing to you, but rolls a little too much, and she pins him instead, down, and she gets a good grip on his neck, but doesn't do anything yet, and looks back at you, and she's like, "Let me go, or else."
We can help you. Whatever this is, I don't think you actually want to hurt us. So what is going on?
You can't help me, Mo. It would require that you go back in time and stop me from becoming a vampire in the first place. Can you do that for me?
You know I can't do that.
Then there's no way you can help me.
Let him go, please.
She does not. She, like, kind of puts the pressure down further. I don't like how these dice are going. She presses down on his chest, and he cries out very loudly because, like, it is going through his collarbone and chest. He's going to take 2 damage as he tries to get her off, and it doesn't work just because she succeeded very well. So now it's your turn.
Where's the knife? Just out of curiosity.
Isn't it, like, he had it in his.
He should have it. I'm just wondering if he dropped it or anything.
He has it in
his hand.
He has it in his belt. So that's a good catch, by the way, because I was like, I have a plan. Don't worry. But, like, thank you. So your turn now.
I was gonna back down, but then she heard him again, so I'm gonna not do that now. And now I'm just going to lose my shit, and I'm gonna tackle her myself.
Everyone's just tackling each other over and over again in the rain.
Yeah, we're just like, what's I like completely. Here's the thing: is I'm like with like absolute rage in like a very uncontrollable and out of character sort of way. I am going to essentially abandon my weapon, and I'm just going to tackle her. I'm just gonna punch her in the face.
Damn. Okay.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But she heard him, and I'm mad. So,
okay,
that's what I'm gonna do. Yep.
All right. Did you roll for it? Like you're rolling it now. Okay, go.
I'm about to. No, the roll that I did was for my sanity.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that. Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh shit. I rolled double 5s. That's a 13.
Get it. All right. So you're tackling her, and what are you doing once you tackle her?
I think I have advanced kick some ass.
You do. I believe. I think you do. Yeah.
I do.
Kick some
so
ass.
Let me read
I think
this
is
really quickly.
I just realized that you haven't gotten a full success yet, so I didn't give you a chance to, like, do the advancements because I was like, wait, I've never asked you.
I know, isn't that? It's killing me.
I was like, oh, that's why you just kept on getting, like, below 10, but now you have 12 plus. So
yeah, I'm a disaster.
You hold complete advantage.
All right, let's see. Let's see here. Oh boy. I'm gonna say it would be nice, if I rolled this with a weapon, but I'm just using my fist. So instead I'm just gonna go, your attack drives the enemy away in a route. What is a route? Just like a
I forgot what a route is. Like, I know what it means. I forgot. Like, it's essentially like I thought it was like in a huff kind of situation.
A disorderly retreat.
A disorderly retreat.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. I'm gonna give you full narrative control here. How are you
Hell
going to
yeah.
do that to get her out of the situation?
So I think that she goes, let me go. And for a second, Mo like lowers her gun. It looks like she's going to do it. And then she kind of drives her hand into Damien's chest. And Mo just kind of stills, and then she, like, the gun just drops out of her hand, and she plants her feet and she launches herself at her, and just classic football tackle, and they go rolling. And then as Mo comes up, she is going to like hurl her like kind of over her shoulder, and to keep her rolling a little bit more, just to give her some distance, and then I'm just going to stand there huffing. Don't you ever come from my team again.
She stands slowly. She tries to heal again, and it's just not working. I don't think she has enough blood to do so anymore. And then seeing that and knowing that, like, won't be able to, she shakes her head. I can't promise that. I'll see you around, Mo. And then, like, just
next time I do.
and then just blinks out, like, essentially, like, that quickness comes up, and in a burst of whatever energy she has left, she takes the route to leave. You barely keep track of her in the rain. And you hear a groan or a grunt behind you from Damien.
Yeah, all of my adrenaline leaves. I just start stumbling towards him. And I sink to my knees. I kind of give him a quick, like a very gentle, trying to check over, I guess, where his injuries are, and what's happening. You okay?
I'm fine.
You good?
I am just... God, that hurt.
Oh, God.
It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. He stands up, or like
almost killed you.
Sits up and then pulls you into like a tight hug. I'm still here. She wasn't gonna get rid of me.
All my fault.
She wasn't gonna get rid of me that easily, Mo. It's okay. He just kind of like strokes the back of your neck and back and tries to soothe you and pulls you in. At first really tightly, and then like releasing because he's in pain. Y'all just did combat. It hurts.
Yeah.
But he's holding you as
I'm also hurting, so
tenderly as possible because you're both hurt. And y'all stay in the rain as you gather yourselves. And then we cut back over to the Nightingale. I believe that Cordelia and Millie walk up the stairs and go to the green room. Any conversation y'all are having while you're doing that? Because this is the first time you're seeing Millie in a bit.
So, have you been up to anything?
A lot. A lot, actually, that I'd rather not talk about.
Anything you do want to talk about?
Not really.
Doesn't even have to be big. Just, oh, okay.
Like, I'm trying not to be rude, but
No, you're not. Being rude, that's
it's me though. You know, like that's just kind of baked in, unfortunately. But I just thought that if I distanced myself, I could figure things out on my own. Like, I mean, I'm really trying to get out of this contract in the first place. So that y'all wouldn't have to worry about me. But I should have known better. Like, I know Mo's not great. And I know Ezra kind of left just as we promised that we wouldn't hide things from each other anymore. But this is some dangerous stuff that I got myself into, and I thought I should get myself out of it.
As much as I hear that, I really do. We are a family, and that's not gonna change. And as much as we get into shit, the reason we're able to keep going and get out of it is together, is us being together. If it wasn't for us working side by side, we would have lost Mo. I wouldn't have a body. Who knows if Ezra would have come back at all. And I'm sure we'd all be in a lot more mess than we currently are. That's not to belittle the mess that we're currently in.
I get it. And I'm still gonna come find y'all later.
Yeah.
But this is kind of fucky, so.
I know.
Alright. Y'all got to the top, walking down that hallway to the green room. The one that Cameron told you about. You open it. And then you see Marcus kind of just sitting, this large frame in a smaller chair. Like, it's like the chair that's like, you know, like that, if there's like a vanity or like mirrors. It's perfectly shaped for a smaller, petite frame person. Not him. But he's doing his best. And he turns in it to look at y'all and just... Millie and Cassie, hey. How are y'all doing?
Marcus.
I was told to wait here because I looked like I was gonna kill your boyfriend, so help me. so like a nervous smile because does not want to hurt people. Up to y'all what y'all do. Like Millie kind of turns to you and says like, all right, I'm gonna have to get into his brain. Not like physically, obviously, but just like I'm gonna have to find out what's going on, and then cut it. And the reason why I asked that someone be here is because I've been very volatile. So I might go overboard, and if I do that, I'm gonna need you to stop me. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right. And if I can't finish, then you should be able to pick up what I'm doing. So, Millie, like, all right, Marcus, it's been a while. How you doing? I'm going to get into your brain now. I hope that's okay. I don't care if it bothers you or not, because this is happening. You're not going to kill my cousin. And essentially sits down, like pulls up a chair to sit in front of Marcus, who just kind of looks very uncomfortable. Again, big frame, tiny chair, and like a doctor's office a little bit. And Millie is going to do magic right now, and does really badly. So you see Millie reach forward, and you, Cameron kind of saw it, only Cameron, but now you see it physically brought in. Like, you see those threads, kind of like overlap each other, and like you can see that it's pointing to a direction on his head that's kind of like whatever that part of the brain is like probably like a hunt response or whatever for him. And you can see that Millie is essentially manifesting them to see them, and then is planning on cutting them. and is doing that very carefully. And then you see like from their hands, like you see like heat coming off of them, and then a green flame starts to build up, essentially. And they're doing this, and they're trying to keep it in check, and they're cutting those invisible threads. And they're breathing heavier, it sounds like, and they're trying to repress something. And it's starting to speed up a little bit in terms of trying to reduce some kind of emotion, and it's not working. So, is there anything you wanted to do? I could say read a bad situation if you wanted to, because it is getting bad right now.
I will definitely read a bad situation.
Go
That sounds like a grand idea.
A wonderful idea.
Yeah, okay, so that's an 8 on the die for, I believe, a 9.
Sweet.
Unless it's charm.
No, it's sharp. So yeah. I think you get 1 hold for a mix success.
Okie dokie. Where? Okay, there it is. What's the best way to protect the victims? The victim being, in my eyes, Marcus. So.
Baby boy is always a victim. He's
Yeah.
precious. So if there's a couple of things you can do. You can actively stop Millie from continuing, because like looks like Millie's like halfway done with what they're doing. Or you can tell Millie to stop, which is what they said that they wanted you to do, and they'll pass the reins over to you to finish. And in that case, I'll ask you to roll magic. So they're in a good place where like you can tell them to stop. If you just kind of let it go or keep going, they would have pushed through and might have done something bad, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, I'll take the reins. Give me, hand it over.
Brain surgery on Marcus. So yeah, go ahead, go. I'll roll help out for you if I need to. Do I need to help out? Or is it really bad?
Yeah, that's a 4. I'm just gonna use a luck.
Okay. Let's because you hold on. Where are you luck point wise?
I have 5 out of 7. Also, for my level up, I took the advanced moves for manipulate someone and kick some ass.
Okay. Cool. Up to you for later, but mundane is super lucky. So if you ever want to erase a luck point, you can. You got a couple of those options, so you got those in the back pocket for later, because you are
definitely I'm getting down there.
You're getting doomed soon. You're getting doomed. All right, so you lose luck. Oh, you use a luck point to make it a 12, and you do it just expertly, because like tunnel vision, and you do it. You take kind of where Millie's hand placements were, and then you kind of cut those last few threads. And then it releases, and then Marcus kind of releases a sigh, as like he kind of felt a pressure, or it seems like he felt like a pressure from before, and he couldn't even tell the difference between before and after until the exact moment where everything was gone. He shakes his head. Oh, okay. Ah, shit. I have a headache.
Let's get right into things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Do you remember anything that you didn't before?
Let's see. Because like it might take a moment. It either is gonna like all come back now or later. It comes back now. So you see him kind of like processing. It's like his face looks like he's looking directly into the sun is like the best way to put it. So like because he's like processing something, and yeah, like, exactly like that, Jess. Like, huh. So he's like, yeah. I stopped by command center to drop some stuff off. I had to run some errands before I went home. So I need to drop stuff off at the at Caligo. a couple of places. Like I run delivery sometimes, and I saw something. What was it? I saw Janice, I think.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
I think I forgot. She was doing something weird, and I followed her, and I think I caught her in the middle of something. I just don't remember what that is at the moment. It's like it's a black spot, but I feel like it's coming back. That makes sense. Shit, that's intrusive as fuck. Like, he looks angry all of a sudden. Like, it's like,
yeah.
Do you have a Tylenol? like lip syncing into like Millie's like, I don't carry a Tylenol around, dude. Like, no. Cordelia, you definitely don't carry Tylenol unless like you're just like, oh, I house everything in like my bag of holding, or whatever it might be. But like,
the last time I took medicine, it was a leech. It wasn't.
Oh right.
It was a joke, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Thank you both. I guess test out to make sure I don't like attack Ezra though, but like seems like I'm in the clear. Gotta continue anyway.
Take out my phone, show my lock screen. It's just Ezra.
That is adorable. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, oh, cute. I was like, oh. He just stares at it. That's not what I meant. Like, but.
Well, never mind.
I mean,
then let's go get you back to Cam and Ezra.
Millie just also looks at you like, what? Like, oh, that's like, oh, jeez. Like,
I don't. If it's the image of Ezra that is upsetting / what he was like, that was his quarry, what he wanted to capture or kill, then I think, I don't know, maybe
it was worth a try. Just like, tries not to giggle. You both get up. It seems like you're in the clear.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. You've been in the clear. And I would say that you go down to meet, or actually, Cameron, what is it you want to do? Like, because it seems like as you're down there and Ezra's trying not to be awkward, Tech is still having issues with your thing. So what do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, first she's going to pull out her phone and start writing down the idea that she had for her song. So she does that first.
So you're starting to come up with lyrics and like beat possibilities, and I think Ezra's trying not to peer over your shoulder because he's curious.
Yeah, she's probably like recording some like stuff too.
He's like, that's fucking sick. Like he like tried to keep to himself. That's fucking sick though. I would say, actually, I'll give you a scene here. As you're doing that, and you're like, okay, this is sounding good. And I would say that like you're facing in, like, in terms of like if you're walking in to get to backstage where it's like this little like area, and Ezra's kind of looking towards the entrance. You see in the back, you see two eyes peering at you from the shadows. And it's very similar, if you remember correctly, to the little visitor that you saw before in the alley that you were passing by. And it looks like they walk out of the shadows towards Ezra, who's closer. And I don't know if you wanted to do anything, but it looks like it's not trying to attack Ezra. That's not what's happening here. It looks like it's going up to Ezra and kind of tilting its head behind him as like he's listening to you put this song together and kind of regarding him from behind. And I'm going to say, because you don't have to roll for this, their heights are similar. The shape of them are similar. And it looks very much like a shadowy outline of Ezra is what you're noticing.
Does Ezra see this?
Oh, Ezra's like not paying attention. Like Ezra's like looking out so that if anyone comes back, like he does not notice whatever's behind him right now.
So she's gonna like kind of stare for a second, and go behind you.
Behind me. Like, look, turns to the side of
Yeah.
you. As soon as he turns, to find, to, you see this entity, it essentially attaches to his hands, and legs. And it just flattens to his shadow. You didn't realize he didn't have one. So it just attaches and fades out to normal. And he looks behind him to the shadowy back area. Then he's like, what?
Why is your shadow Peter Panning?
Above table, I'm like, man, this is Peter Pan. I like for a while writing this. Thank you for
And it's great.
It's great. I love it. He just looks at you like, what?
Your shadow just like walked up to you, and when you went to look at it, it attached to you and became a shadow, but it was definitely walking towards you, not as your shadow, but it looks like you.
He nods like, okay. This seems familiar. Like he's trying to think. He's like, I feel like just failed. Maybe maybe I had a dream about it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you good?
What? He looks down at you like,
Like, are you like, do you feel okay? Like, you didn't feel anything
mm-mm,
just now?
no.
That thing talked to me in the alleyway when I came in. And now it is attached to you. Your shadow is sentient, my guy.
Can you do me a favor? Oh wait, no, you can't do it. I forgot. I was gonna say like manipulate someone, but you can't manipulate Ezra because he's not human. So like you're like, yeah, okay, never mind. I would say just charm, and luckily you got a charm boost, and you have a high level of charm.
I do have the charm. I do have the charm. All right. Ooh, don't fall. 7, 8, 9, and then what's my charm boost?
2.
+2. 11.
Yes. So like he like seems to have a moment where he's thinking about it, and like that moment of like, I don't know what you mean kind of situation, or like I don't know what you're talking about. It seems like he's double back to that like, I feel like Millie told me something about this weeks ago. My shadow was moving, right?
Yeah. Not with you, like on its own.
Okay. Can I ask a favor?
Okay.
If it happens again, where if you so would like to keep an eye on my shadow and see if it's with me at any point, can you tell me? And I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know what's going on, but I might not remember this conversation. So, whatever happens, just tell me again if you have to.
You have to explain that.
I will, if once I know. I will explain it in more detail once I know. But he like looks around like no one's here. Like he's like looking around like, oh, no one's here. Duh, why am I looking around like, oh yeah, we'll be watched. It's just us. Remember how I said I died? Like I told you that I died when we went to the.
Yeah, I remember that.
When people die, or at least magic users die, and they come back. Sometimes they don't come back. I saw that. Sometimes they come back different, and right now I'm in a state of I'm not sure what different is. So who knows? That could be a sign of something. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'll help you keep an eye on your shadow.
Yeah, and if you would not mind
Friend.
telling everybody, like, Cassie, and Mo, what? Freudian slip. It's like Cassie, Mo, any other S12 member about it, because like I said, I'm probably not gonna remember.
Okay, so tell them this has happened and we had this conversation.
Yes, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, and
No, I'm just worried about like all of you.
he legitimately laughs and is like, yeah. Sorry. This is S12 bullshit. This is us since ride or die like that. Anyway, in terms of
fine.
So as you're having this conversation, Amber comes in. It's like, okay, I don't know where your other little friends went, but it looks like, unfortunately, the rest of the show is a bust. They can't get the equipment working. They would need to literally run out and get.
Oh no.
She looks at you like, I can't stand your ass. We'll reschedule, all right? But it was still good. There's a whole bunch of people posted, all this other stuff. Just a lot of people disappointed because they didn't get to see you. They're more worried about you, so that's great. We'll look for another time, another slot, because we didn't get to finish your set. So same place and everything. Even Miss R said that she would love to have you back and do it again, essentially. So I'll let you know, but I would say maybe talk to your fans a little bit, all this other stuff, but then you should be able to go just fine. Just keep your phone on you, hear out from me sending you messages about the next show here, and I think we'll be good.
Thank you so much, Amber.
Fuck you. And then she like walks away.
You're the best.
And Ezra's just like watching us and stuff. So I would say, just for brevity's sake, you go out. Ezra goes out and probably goes up the stairs to meet up with everybody. There is a moment of Ezra kind of like creeping up to Marcus to make sure everything's okay, and Mark is like really happy about it. Cameron, you go out to the crowd and you see Willow. Like, I think you have seen Willow before, like in passing, talking to Foxtrot in the crowd. That they both seem to find each other by being pushed around by the sea of people, because those are the type of people they are, as people are starting to like leave, essentially. And as y'all meet up in terms of like people that are upstairs already, and then Cameron up to you if you're like, I'm gonna like dress down before I see everybody, whatever it might be. Y'all kind of solidify to like, we're gonna find Mo and Damien, because it's been, let's say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes total. I know this whole episode has happened in like 30 minutes, but that's what's happening. We're going to transition to Theo, who has quickly gotten dressed and is in pain, as he like shrugs his shirt on, has already shrugged his like coat on and stuff, left the core, and I'm gonna say he decides not to call a lift, he asks Aurora to drive him. So Aurora's in like a car. He's like in the passenger seat. They're like going through traffic. And the traffic is brutal right now. In terms of like because of the rain, because people are trying to leave or get into the city. And I would say that it took a lot longer than he wanted, and he's showing his frustration in the passenger seat. It's the best say for Aurora. It really is. And they both, oddly enough, because Mo has been in the car with Theo, and for whatever reason, Theo, like upon first entering a car with him, is very awkward. But in this regard, they have a very comfortable silence. Like they're just like yeah, whatever. He's leaned against the, and he ends up. Well, they both end up in terms of like into the city. Let's say like it normally would have been 10 minutes from where they are to get to where y'all are. But now it's like 20 to 30 minutes. And Theo eventually looks to Aurora, opens his mouth to say something, changes his mind, looks out. She's staring forward, and he does that like a few times, and then she's like, what do you want to say? Like, you've been doing that for literally 5 minutes straight. Just tell me, whatever it is. And he says, I'm just sorry you have to drive me right now, because instantaneous in my brain, I wish I could do that still, obviously, but that's just not going to happen because, and then she continues, because you don't have your wings. I am so sorry. We all are. I know I sound very flat about it, but I genuinely am, because I know that it's part of you. It was part of you, and you would have been able to help a lot sooner. But I was going to say something very callous, and she just stops. She's like, I can't cry over spilled milk. Is like, but this isn't spilled milk, right? You lost them. But you're doing what you can. And we're almost there. So I wouldn't worry about it. And hopefully they're well. No one has called us yet, so I'm going to take no answer as a good answer. Hopefully, cross fingers. He just gives her like the deadest look of like, it's us. He's like, it's us. Quiet usually means bad shit's happening. She's like, I was hoping. She like leans her forehead against the the steering wheel. Y'all, like, they both pull up to like a red light. At this point, they're like a few more minutes out, and there's a knock on the window. And Theo turns to look, to see who's there. And it looks like a person with a hood up. They're like leaning down, like to knock, wave. And he's looking at them, and he immediately thinks that they're like, oh, like someone like asking for money kind of situation, or like asking for help. And he just like, no, it's fine. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have anything on me. And they knock again. And he stares for a moment. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank God, Theo. I'm glad you're rolling well today. He like gives like a dead eye stare, like as if he's noticed something. And then you see his eyes start to glow yellow, then gold, and then his glamour starts bleeding away from the center of his face. And that void skin starts happening, and then you see Aurora like, what are you doing? Like, stop it. He's like, drive now. And before she even gets to, a hand breaks through the glass, shatters it, and grabs him by the neck. And we are gonna cut. That is it for this episode, everyone. Hello, like, welcome. It's been me, your keeper. It's your boy, Ambrose. Hi. And this has been Arcane Core episode 8, Parasite Eve. I've been your keeper. I'm so sorry. Like, but I'm also not sorry. I've been your keeper, Ambrose 𝚙𝚘𝚘, and I'm going to pass it off to my wonderful, beautiful, amazing cast, starting with Jazz. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. What up? I'm Jazz, also known as 𝚑𝚎𝚑 on the everywhere, except for Instagram. Fuck you, Instagram. Oh, I probably should have said that. You can cut that out. I'm stressed.
I regret nothing.
So stressed out right now. It's fine. Wow. Oh man. Oh, sorry. I need to process. This is a great episode. This is a lot of fun for me. I love me some combat. And stakes and near-death experiences is great. Definitely worried about our dad, our collective dad. Both of them. And
both of them.
Both of them.
There's two dads.
I don't even remember. What am I even supposed to say right now?
You're Jazz. You can find you on 𝚑𝚎𝚠 everywhere except for Instagram.
On the everywheres, except for Instagram, because Instagram I'm 𝚑𝚘𝚪. You can usually find me here on Other Side of Studios. You can also find me over on Queen's Court Games. You can also find me occasionally in other places, but I also have been cast. This has been announced, right? I also have been cast now in Madness Over Manila, the spin-off of 𝚬𝚘𝚠 by Night over on 𝚬𝚘𝚜 RPG. That actually, as of the recording, our recording today, it starts that drops next week, next Monday, Tuesday at some point. Yeah, so that's exciting. I'm not gonna be in the first half of it though. I'm gonna be in the back half, because I play a hunter, not a vampire, because I have issues with vampires. I don't know if you could tell.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine. This is great.
Also, time is soup. So
time is soup.
Iris,
yeah, I'm done.
How are you?
Somebody else.
Howdy. Hello, my name is Iris Wyndham. My pronouns are 𝚑𝚘𝚘, and I'm scared. All that happened today was I helped perform baby girl brain surgery, and both of my dads got choke slammed by unseen figures. So
oh no, corpse husband, don't find us. Sorry.
But no, this is a great episode. I'm very excited for what comes next. And you can find me on most things as Iris Wyndham VO, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Blue Sky, etc. You can find me, as well as a bunch of other amazing DMs, at Otherworld Studio for a immersive D&D experience. There might be some other tabletop games as well, but yeah, look into it. It'll be great.
Sweet. And Calamity.
There we go. Hello, I'm Calamity. I don't remember anything else about myself. I'm very concerned about everything that's happening today.
Hey Calamity with 3 Ys.
Yeah, 3 Ys on all the things. I am I don't know, I do a lot of different stuff. Currently I am also going to be in Manila by Night, the second half.
Yeah.
Very excited about it. And I can now talk about 𝚑𝚪𝚘 Productions. Help me.
I am there with you. I can't help. I'm right there with y'all. I'm sorry. Like, my brain is soup. But yes.
Which is my newly announced TTRPG production company, focus on uplifting marginalized creators in the space and creating like a space where people can feel free to be creative and do their thing. It's currently, and actually, we'll have a newsletter out by this time, but you can sign up for our newsletters if you go to our website, telltalehearts@.card.co. It's on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Twitter. You can find it there. But yeah, that's me. That's what I do.
Man.
I'm very concerned about everyone. Are we gonna be okay?
Who knows, really? And hi everybody. Before I talk about me, I'd also like to point out, yes, Vin is not here, unfortunately, but please follow Vin at 𝚿𝚘𝚑𝚜 on Twitter. I think they're 𝚿𝚘𝚑𝚜 everywhere as well, so like just hit them up there. They are extremely talented voice actor, TTRPG performer, and yeah, just in general. So just check them out. They're lovely, and they usually like retweet casting calls for TTRPG and voice opportunities. So check that out. Hi everybody, I'm Ambrose. My brain is soup. Because of a lot of combat and a lot of good moments. You can find me everywhere as SS Ambrose, except for Twitter and Instagram because because those places very much hate me and I had to use underscores. God damn it. I am an award-winning TTRPG performer, and I am the creative founder and creative director of 𝚿𝚘𝚘𝚘 Studios, where we do horror investigation and mystery. See? I'm not gonna do that again. But yes, y'all can like follow us everywhere on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, all that other jazz. 𝚿𝚘𝚘𝚘 Studios, everywhere. So yes, please. This was a trip. This was an episode. Holy hell. So thank this wonderful cast. And we'll see you for the finale for this part of Arcane Core Blackout, because as y'all could tell, there's a lot more to go. So this is a part. My goodness. But we'll see what happened to the two choke slam dads up in this series, yo. I hope they're okay. They should be fine. But yeah. Until then, we'll see you around and see you on the other side, everybody. Take care. Oh, actually, before I do that, tip them all. They're fantastic. They're wonderful. Go to pally.gg/tip/other side of studios. It would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, until then, take care, and we will see you on the other side. I did that this time. Cool. Take care. Bye bye.